Yo, figured I'd come back on since the brother since my brother done got off. I figured I'd come back on. You know what I'm saying? Cause we did promise a show, so I'm gonna give you a show today. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. Hold on. Oh man. What a morning to wake up to. What to get up to be up to. This was most definitely hold on, so I'm trying to turn that down. Most definitely trying to just enjoy this right here, man. This is something we have to enjoy. You don't Miami's on a roll right now, man. Miami's on a roll right now. And for anybody to not acknowledge that or not see what Miami's doing right now, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the bad thing. The bad thing. Yeah, he's doing what it amazes me. I think that's the one thing that bugs me out about Manny last year is that it seems like he lost himself last year. I don't know if it was arrogance or what, but it seems as if he had lost himself last year. And I was just trying to figure out what is Manny doing. I didn't know more what Manny was doing because he seemed like he had lost himself last year. Now it seems like he's now it seems like he's like, yo, we about to do some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he's understanding that like this shit is about to be whatever I could do here in Miami, I could do here in Miami. You know what I'm saying? And all the players that this is crazy. This is basically what we wanted. And it's hey, just call it what you call it, man. It's a win. It's a win-win. You look at the player that Miami has brought into this university this year and last year. You look at what's going on. Even at the end of last year, the player that we brought in that truly probably, you know what I'm saying, helped fix the class last year. You know what I'm saying? And to get Kinchens is it, bro, that was a huge get. That's a huge get. And like I'm trying to figure out there's nothing that can be said bad about what's going on at Miami right now. There's nothing that can be said bad about what's going on at Miami right now. Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. Yeah, he's staying home, man. He's staying home, and that's the theme of this shit, man. You know, fuck all that going to other schools and going to, and I'm talking about even going to in-state schools. I mean, if you from Palm Beach, you know what I'm saying. If you from Lauderdale, Miami, Coral Gables, if you from them areas, man, stay home. But now I'm gonna put the onus on the fans. Now I'm gonna put the onus on the fans because these kids are doing what you asked them to do. And I'm gonna keep this stuff. I'm gonna keep saying. I'm gonna keep pushing this. Take your fucking ass to the games. Go to the games. Get out there and reward these kids for staying home. Get out there and let these kids know that you thank them for staying home. So we can get a couple more of these right here. So we can get some more of these. So y'all get out there and reward these kids for staying home. So we can get some more of these right here. So we can get some more national championships. So we can do this shit right. Is one person that always does it, Kane's Curtis Kane. And you know what bugs me out? I'm gonna call him a bitch because he a bitch because as soon as I get on, he always does it. So obviously I must have slept with his wife or something. I'm thinking I slept with his girlfriend. I'm thinking I slept with his girlfriend. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking happened. You know what I'm saying? Because he do it every time I get in. So I'm thinking I slept with his girlfriend. So every time he do it, he thinking about me sleeping with his girlfriend. But enough of that right there, man. What's going on, Ernest? I think. Do you said? Do I think Ed Reed? Do I think it? I listen. Remember when I said that remember when I said getting Ed Reed was going to be a huge get for getting players. Remember when I said that? Remember when I made that comment that Ed Reed was going to make it was going to be huge for Ed Reed when he got here. I know you guys remember when I said that. Players were going to commit right and left once we got Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? I there's no way I did not think that Ed Reed has so much to do with the players that we're getting right now. We have 27 in the chat and 15 likes. Can we get a couple more likes, man? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Show your boy a little bit of love, man. Show me a little bit of love. Hit the like button. I'm not asking for a lot, just ask for the like button. And I'll be on it. I'm gonna pull a double today. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think, how you guys feel about this right now, man, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I knew for a fact Ed Reed was going to. Who's not going to want to come listen to Ed? Who's not going to want to come listen to Ed Reed? You tell me what kid in the nation is not going to want to come listen to Ed Reed? I don't know many. Do you know many kids that's not going to want to listen to Ed Reed? I don't know many. I don't know many kids that's not going to want to come listen to Ed. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't know many kids that's not going to want to come listen to Ed Reed. That's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Ed Reed had a huge get on why he committed to Miami. What's going on, UGA boy? What's good with you? So yes, I believe Ed Reed has something to do with him committing to Miami. Most definitely, 110%. I'm not. Listen, I didn't say we was gonna get Kinchens. I didn't say we was gonna get Kinchens. Lakers all day dope. I didn't say we was gonna get Kinchens. I didn't know that we would get them. So the one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to predict whether or not a kid comes to Miami. I'm not going to predict whether or not a kid comes to Miami. What I'm going to say is with Ed Reed there and with this coaching staff there, we have a chance to get in. Right now, we have a chance to get any kid that's in the state of Miami. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say right now we have a chance to get any kid that's in the state of Miami. We have an opportunity to get any one of those kids. Period. Any kid that's in the state of Miami, we have an opportunity to get. So I'm not going to say that we're going to get certain kids. I'm definitely not going to say that. But I am going to say that we have a chance to get any kid at the state of Miami. Period. Point blank. Exactly. We're getting 5-star local talent, bro. I mean, I can guarantee freaking to you. I can guarantee you that the country is afraid of Miami right now. The NCAA world is afraid of Miami right now. I can guarantee you Nick Saban is sitting home right now saying, what the fuck is going on? These are the guys that I'm used to getting. These are the guys that I get. Some of the top SEC dogs, Georgia, Auburn, These are the guys that we steal from Miami. What the fuck is going on? Like, we haven't been able to do this, what we're doing right now, since the 90s. Just think about it. I mean, we got that one great class from Miami Northwestern that didn't turn out to be so great. But if you look at what we're doing right now, we haven't been able to do this in a long time. Cowboy can that's a good. You always go. There are all across the country. There are players. There are players that are that are specialists in Midwest. They are specialists. They are specialists in offensive linemen, and to be honest, downhill linebackers, and big defensive tackles. Should we go after? We should go after. We should go after people that make up this team. So I'm not. You definitely go after a guy that's out there that you know can help this team. But one thing you have to be mindful of when you go after the kids after the Midwest is their conditioning and them being able to handle that South Florida heat. Because if you never ever lived in South Florida, it takes a couple years to get used to that heat. It takes years to get used to that heat. So if we go after Midwestern kids, can they survive the heat? I got like a spot on my camera, and that's one of the things that you have to worry about when you talk about going out the kids from other parts of the country. Is can they deal with the heat? Can they deal with the heat in Miami? And so yeah, I say yeah, you definitely go out the kids like I mean from other states, especially like I say, when they're great at certain positions, but you have to worry. You have to think about can they deal with that heat? And I don't know if they can deal with it. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? 247 back in the house. I was able to help him get you out of that thing that was in. Yeah, Nick Saban is sweating bullets right now, man. Every SEC coach right now, every SEC coach and Dabo Swinney. And let me explain this. Do not think that what Dabo Swinney did, is not affecting South Florida kids going to Clemson right now. Do not think that him not firing that coach for calling that young man a nigga. And I'm saying, like I said, do not think that him not firing that coach for calling that young man a nigga and it coming out and it coming to the public and him still not really acknowledging it, or do not think all stars are aligning for Miami right now. We need to take advantage of this shit. Like everything is aligning for Miami right now. You are so different. I mean, you are so right, Willie. You're so right. That's why we have to go to games. That's why we got to go to games, man. That's why we have to go to games. I would take Miami versus Georgia. I think I would take that. I would take that. Believe me, if that happens, I would take that. And I would take. You know, it would be great to see a whole. That would be. You know what would be great about that? Miami, Georgia. What would be great about that? Miami versus Georgia narrative. You know what would be great about that? If GA had a whole bunch of Atlanta kids and Miami had a whole bunch of Miami kids, because Atlanta kids and Miami kids are almost alike, man. Atlanta kids, them boys can play some fucking football. Those boys can play some football, bro. Them boys can play some football. To me, that's a second city in the nation behind the state of Miami when it comes to football players. When you just put just the Atlanta, the Atlanta kid school system in there, boy, them boys can play some damn football. I would love that. That would be man. You talking about a hellified game? I would love to see that. Dabo was taking NC players until Matt Brown came. He wasn't taking NC. I mean, Matt Brown. Dabo. I'm telling you that Dabo not firing that coach. Dabo not firing that coach. Dabo not firing that coach is huge. I would love to see that as a rivalry game. I would love to see that as a rivalry game too. I would love to see that as a rivalry game too. I would love to see that as a rivalry game. But it couldn't happen during rivalry week because you know what I'm saying. They already had their. I think it's Georgia Tech. But now for real, Dabo not firing that coach for calling that young man a nigga. Y'all just think about it. Y'all think about how we're not even talking about Clemson right now on a recruiting trail right now. Just think about it. We're not even talking about Clemson right now on a recruiting trail. Why do you guys think we're not talking about Clemson right now on a recruiting? Do you think this was just death by design? Or do you think he made a big mistake by not firing that coach? What do you think? What do you think? How do you think that happened? You know what I'm saying? Something happened there. You know what I'm saying? And him not firing that coach was a huge, huge deal. And the thing about it is his former players brought it out. You know, that's bigger than anything that his former players brought that out. You know what I'm saying? So that's not death by design, man. That's hurting Clemson right now. It really is. In my opinion, I think it's hurting Clemson right now. I think he made a mistake by not firing that coach flat out. I think he should have fired the coach. And he didn't fire the coach. So that's definitely let me see. Exactly. So I mean, but Miami fan base, and I keep saying this, and the reason why I keep saying Miami fan base needs to take advantage of this situation, man. Like dead serious, we need to take advantage. The fan base in Miami needs to take advantage of this situation. There is no reason, like we need to take advantage of this situation, for real. Dead serious, man. There's no reason why we shouldn't be great right now, man. Isn't Mike? What you mean? What happened to Mike? Isn't Mike Leach? Isn't he in like Mississippi State or something right now? Isn't he in Mississippi State right now? Isn't he? I think Mike Leach in Mississippi State right now. Yeah, I mean, I invite anybody. I invite Pigskin Pete. I invite anybody to explain to me different about that. But this show is about Kinchens. Let me get back on Kinchens because this show is about Kinchens and the great job that Miami is doing. You know what I'm saying? You dead wrong for that shit, Taz. Did they bail him out of jail too? Did they did they bail him out too? Did they bail him out of jail too, Taz? You dead wrong for that shit, man. You wrong for that now. You know you dead ass wrong for that shit, right? Yeah, Mississippi State. Yeah, I like Mike Leach. I've always been a fan of Mike Leach. Well, I don't think it's positive talk about an upcoming season if it's an upcoming season that's just for the fans and for the schools. I'm looking at what's in the best interest of the players. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I don't listen, man. I will sacrifice a season I'm explaining what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna explain I'm gonna explain what can happen, what people will do. Just think about this. Just think about this. I'm gonna turn this bright light off. I'm gonna turn this bright light off and just leave my what's name light. I hope it's not too dark in here, but this light is hurting my eyes right now. So I'm gonna turn this bright light off. Y'all give me 1 second. That feels a lot better, man. That light was killing my eyes, man. I'm sorry, it's too bright in here this morning. But no, I'm on this right here. I'm on this right here. I would prefer to see the safety of the kids over a season starting. You understand what I'm saying? I would prefer to see the safety of the kids over a season starting. Not just that. Just think about what would happen. Like they say, the NFL opened up the first player. If a player was to die from COVID-19, it would destroy American sports right now. It would destroy American sports. That's just facts. It would destroy American sports. You know what I'm saying? It would destroy American sports. You know what I'm saying? If a player was to die from COVID-19, it would destroy American sports, and people know that. Are you willing to take that risk? Are you willing to take that risk? Because it would destroy American sports. I think the whole country is taking notice, Joe. I think the whole country is taking notice of what's going on right now in the state of Miami. This is epic shit right here. This is epic shit, right? I think the whole state, I think the whole country is taking notice of what's going on right now. Like the whole country's taking notice of what's going on right now. This is epic. What we're doing right now in Miami is what everybody wanted to do. You know, the pressure's being, but the thing about it is with great expectations. What comes with expectations? You have to win. Now, the question is, what hey, send me your email address, T2Y, and I'm gonna have you come on. Send me your email address, I'm gonna have you come on. The question is, do you put the onus on the players, or do you put the onus on the coaches if they don't play well? Because when we get great players, we tend to always put the onus on the players. It's not, your job is not finished when you recruit. Your job is not finished when you recruit. Your job isn't done. Your job isn't finished when you recruit. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you're not finished when you recruit. Okay? Period. You know what I'm saying? Your job isn't finished when we recruit. So we have to I don't know if that's T2Y's email. Gang Chris. I don't know if that's T2Y email. I'm gonna have T2Y send me his email. Because I don't, there's no disrespect against you. I done had so much shit going on my channel. I just had to unblock almost 500 people last night. You said I put on for my city needs to be the theme right now. See, I know I don't like everybody puts on for their city. I want to see the kid. I want to see the coaches put on for these players. If we're gonna put on for our city, then if Miami gonna say I put on for my city, if Miami gonna say that shit, if Miami fans gonna say that shit, then go to some games. I'm serious. Go to some games for the stadium up. Because the kids are now putting on for you. They're now putting on for you. See, that's why I say I'm glad you did that, T2Y. Don't do me a favor. Don't do stuff like that, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm just starting to get out a whole bunch of bullshit for real. I'm just starting to get out a whole bunch of bullshit, man. I'm sitting here right now. I think I can still see. I'm sitting here right now trying to I think I just sent it to you. I think I just sent it to you, T2Y. Sorry about that. No, I didn't do the block, Joe. I didn't do the block. That was when I got into that issue with Uncle Lou last year, and one of the trolls from his channel came in and hacked my channel. They hacked Jay Blaze page. They was able to clone his page, and he had said he lost his mod, and within like a minute he was able to block. And that we was full in the chat. He was able to block like I don't say 300-400 people. So I never blocked that many people. That was crazy. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what Clemson fans are. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just listen, man. I'm losing my energy right now. I'm losing my energy right now. I think I might get off, just come back on later because and like I said, I'm really happy with I don't think that that wasn't Lou who did that. Her Uncle Lou didn't do that. It was somebody out of his channel that did that. It was somebody at his channel that did that. Well, Uncle Lou didn't do that. Yeah, Uncle Lou didn't do that. Somebody at his chat did that. And that's why it's been hard for me to get my chat back. It's been so I've been trying to figure out why I can't get my chat back. It has been so hard for me to get my chat back because so many people were not getting notifications because they were blocked. I think I've seen maybe 100 people been in the chat last couple of days that I hadn't seen in a long time. No, they can't tear down Dabo's statue because Dabo won national championship. They ain't tearing down the statue. But at the same time, let's get talk. What do you got? What do you guys think about Kitchen? What do you guys think about Kitchens, man? What do you guys think about Kitchens, man? And since we're getting all these players, hypothetically speaking, let's say if we play the season this year, right? We play just conference games right now, right? What would be your expectations from the players, coaching staffs, and the fans? Because all three go together. Are you gonna pay when are you gonna pay when are you gonna pay when my channel gets pulled down? Are you gonna pay when my channel gets pulled down?
Yo,
look what we got in the chat right now. What you, man? Your Wi-Fi kind of stuttering a little bit. What's going on? You got the coronavirus over there? The other day you was like crystal clear. You come on my channel, it's kind of stuttering a little bit. Did you wipe your camera lens off? Did you wipe your camera lens off?
Nah, it's the green screen. I don't get to adjust it when I go on other people's channel.
Oh, okay. I got you. Can you turn it off?
They might actually let me go. Oh yeah, they do that.
They should let you turn it off. No, they might.
Now?
Nah, it's still the same. The green screen's still back there. It's all good though. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure everybody could see you clearly. What do you think about the Kinchens move, man? How do you feel about that, man?
I think it's a good look for Miami, man. I think they finally showing that, they could hold down some of the kids in the city that's going to go somewhere else and make the other cities look better. I think this also might be a turning point for a lot of the other kids that looking at it like, hey, he's staying, this other guy's staying, everybody trying to put on for the city. What about us? Are we going to be the ones that say, nah, forget the city and go? Or are we going to all stick together?
See, I got a different one for you. I got to say, I look at it. I do look at it in sands from the hourglass, and these are the days of our lives. Or the city gonna put on for them?
Yeah, I feel you. Like you've been saying lately, fans got to show up to the games.
Yeah, because
they really do.
Yeah, because like we talking about, what I'm saying, they putting on for the city. Or the city gonna put on for them? I want to. That's my thing. What's up, nephew? What's good with you?
Yeah, I think as long as people start showing up to these games, we start winning games and stuff like that, better turnouts at the stadium, a lot of these kids don't want to play here. Because if you look at other cities, if you look at other schools, they stadium packed.
Even Georgia Tech, and there's a lot to do in Atlanta too. People act like Miami's the only place that there's things to do. Like, stop it. That's kind of crazy to me. Miami's not the only place where there are things to do. You have things to do everywhere. So what we have to do is we have to put on. Hot Boy Jay, man, that's my nephew, man. Every time my family come in the chat, man, I got to make sure, because that those are the first people that support you. You know what I'm saying? Those are the first ones that support you as your family. So you stay close with them. T2Y is a little brother to me, man, because he grind and worked his way up, and he a roster. He's a roster. I mean, regardless, when you from Jamaica, man, and you got that culture, and we might beef with each other on the island, but over here we got it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I go.
It's like that.
The one thing
that high school feeling.
Yeah,
so it's like that high school feeling. You've been beefing with this guy your whole high school year, and then when you meet him about 3-4 years later, y'all buddies.
Yeah, man. You remember that fight we got? Yeah, that shit was crazy. What? That's how that shit be. Only now, you know the one thing I do not like about the Jamaican culture, though. The one thing I hate about Jamaican culture, if you don't see them for a while, they won't let you leave. Every time I go to Miami, I gotta get a room because if I go to Miami Gardens and stay with my aunt, they wake you up at 2:00 in the morning because they cooking breakfast. When you going, I'm going to the game. You can watch the game here. I got tickets. I want to watch the game. I want to watch the game. I want to go to the game. So I'll make sure I go see my family after the game. Because they're not letting you leave nowhere. They won't let me go nowhere, man. My aunt is crazy. She's out of control, you know. And I didn't grow up in Jamaica, so I don't understand the full dialect. And when she get mad, the way you speak right now, but you know you understand the broken English part of it. I don't understand the full dialect, the broken, and I be getting lost sometimes. I be like, because she be going off on me. You never come down, and I be like, come see me, auntie. I love you. Come see me. So she'll be up here in a couple more weeks. I'm about to put her on. She'll be up here in a couple more weeks.
Like I was saying though, with the city need to put on. I mean, I look at the spring games and I be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be pissed off. Cause I see other people's spring games and they stadiums be packed. I'm not talking about little high school stadiums and nothing like that. I'm talking about they home stadium be packed. If we had a spring game at Hard Rock right now, it would be embarrassing.
No, I think the last one we had was like 30,000 there. It's like 30. That's not packed. It's not packed. You're right, but you know what? And you're 100% right. And like I say, spring games are free to get into. So I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Packed.
Exactly.
And another thing is we should like the stadium is beautiful and you can walk from Miami Gardens to the stadium. Basically, like serious. There's no reason why the stadium shouldn't be packed every day. Don't get caught parking at Walmart though.
That's why I told him. That's why I told him earlier on in one of my videos that when I go to the games this season, I'm gonna be wearing these. It's got a camera right there in front of it, and it records up to 2 hours with 1080p whatever. 1080p. So you get to see you'll get to see the experience. Hopefully a lot of fans will see it and be like, you know what, I want to be a part of that atmosphere. I want to walk around the tunnel, the circle to get up to the game. I want to be in the, chanting. Great would be a Miami Hurricane.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to walk up that. You don't want to walk up that. And I'm all the way at the top. You don't want to walk up that, man. You gonna walk up. Exhausting. Oh my God, yo, and then my daughter's like to run down it at the end of the game after you've been screaming and yelling all day. I got to chase them.
When you start walking down, it's like it's somebody pushing you down.
Yeah, man, you be getting like that. You swear you hoping you don't trip and fall with all the fine ass girls. But tell you, man, it's a great stadium, man. It's a great stadium, man. You know what I'm saying? Our boy Jay just said 70,000 at Ohio State's game. I mean Michigan State in Ohio State. That's crazy.
Yeah, when they spring game come on, it be packed. I'll be like, why we can't do that?
Hey, Liberty City boy, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to give me a call after I get off. I need to holler at you. It's very important. I need to holler at you. Very important. And Liberty City boys up in Atlanta, and like he has the biggest shit when we played the Georgia Tech in Atlanta. He has the biggest thing. And he bought that life too. Liberty City boy, he better knock somebody out. That's my big brother. Like Liberty City boy is like that's that. You talking about somebody who show you love all the time, and I still got your canister over here. So I'm just gonna give it to you when I'm in Atlanta. I might drive to Atlanta in a couple more weeks. Now what do you think? Now somebody was asking me about other recruits. I don't remember the name, but how do you think this affects other recruits? This because a lot of people like. Kinchens is a 5-star, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he's I think he's a 4-star.
He's a 4-star. Well, he'll be a 2-star since he committed to Miami. You know, they're gonna bump his ranking down. He'll be a 2-star. Yeah. But it from me listening to Streeter on football.
Yeah, Kinchens a 4-star. Yeah, he's a 4-star safety. He's number 20 in the nation, number 49 in Florida. And overall in the nation, overall players, he's 299.
All right. Now, I was just listening to the great Footballville Streeter, who's been doing. He has been doing YouTube videos for like ever. I mean, he hasn't been doing them like 10 years, but he has been doing Miami for like 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? If that's not a word, but like he knows the ins and out of Miami. Him and 786 are the, to me, are people get so many people get credit for shit. Streeter and 786 is they are Miami football. They are Miami football. That's the embodiment of Miami football. Those two guys right there. And just listening to him and him saying like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying Kinchens didn't grow, this and that. They're saying you gotta look at Kinchens' toughness and his leadership. They said those kids follow Kinchens, you know, and it's his toughness and his leadership. You know what I'm saying? You remember Sean Spence?
Yeah.
Wasn't the biggest, you know, wasn't the strongest, but he was a pit bull. And that's basically how they labeling Kinchens.
Yeah, them dogs gotta have a fight in them.
Oh yeah. Avante Williams. How you feel about Avante? Somebody just asked about
it. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I like the way that you know. I mean, Florida had him for a long time. Honestly, I think Ed Reed flipped him.
I tell people that.
That's my honest opinion, because before Ed Reed came in, he was solid Gators.
What did I tell people? Ed Reed, you heard me, little bro. What did I tell people Ed Reed was going to do when he got here? What did I tell people Ed Reed was going to do when he got here?
Yeah, they got to look at it, man. Ed Reed is the greatest to ever play that position. And if you a player coming into college and you have that kind of player with that kind of magnitude behind his name, you know, overseeing what you're doing, telling you your mistakes, and you know, helping you to improve, mentoring you, you can't get it nowhere else. Can't get it no better than that.
You know what else though? This also verifies that Blake Baker knows what he's doing. Okay. Say what you want to say. You had a lot of people blame Blake Baker for what happened, for the defense giving up some plays last year. Every defense give up plays. We just gave them some plays in some games, but they played the whole game. Those guys were tired. But Blake Baker coached his ass off last year and got destroyed for it. And believe me, if people did not think that, if these kids did not think that Blake Baker could coach, they would not be coming to Miami.
Man, okay. I mean, a lot of people give Manny a lot of credit for that defense, but you got to look at our defense for what it is. When our offense is stumbling, the defense is still holding up. I mean, eventually they do get tired.
And Manny stayed away from the defense last year. He came into that 1 or 2 games that he came in. He basically stayed away from it because listen, man, you got to let these guys learn. We have young coaches, and Manny trusts that kid because Manny coached with that kid. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize, like, he brought a little bit. He didn't attack as much as Manny attacked, but it was a reason for that, because when Manny was doing all that attacking, see, a lot of people don't look at the year before last when we was giving up deep balls, deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was giving up some deep plays on a lot of the attacking. You know what I'm saying? Because we were leaving the middle of the field wide open. Then last year we was giving up 4th, 3rd down and long because the defense was tired, and you know what I'm saying? It was some busted coverages. But it wasn't because we were blitzing too much. We were dependent a lot. Miami's never been a blitz happy team. Like in our heyday, our defensive line dominated. Like dominated. And they're trying to get back to that. You don't want to be blitz happy. You don't want to always send, no pun intended, the kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? At the offense. Because they have players over on that side too that can make adjustments. So I think Blake Baker is a good in between. He blitzes not as much as Manny, but he does blitz a lot. But I think he's better at, you know, covering the back end of the field too. And look how many corners and safeties we're getting right now. Because that's what we need.
I mean, right now we just got, you know, we got one of the Palmetto 5 that's already committed, which is what's his name? Brashard Smith. He's already committed to Miami. So now all we got to do is lock down the other 4, which, I mean, from what I'm hearing, we might be losing one of them because Miami hasn't been in communication with him. I think they might have just moved away from him. But Other than that, we could probably lock down the other three, which on that list is safety Corey Collier Jr. We got we talking to him. Then it's what's the other guy name? Jason Marshall, the cornerback, it's 5-star, and D tackle Leonard Taylor, which Leonard Taylor got us in his top 3 too. So a lot of these guys they want to come to Miami, and seeing that the rest of their peers are going to Miami trying to make the city better, I think it's going to motivate a lot of them to come, because they're going to know, hey, I played against this guy. I know some of his capabilities. I know how good he is. To be on the same team with him,
I feel kind of weird. I feel kind of weird right now. Keep talking, because you kind of I don't like the vibe that's going right now between me and you. And I know it's something that's a little bit off. So I want you to keep talking to the people in the chat, because our vibe is a little off. So I need to change the vibe of this fucking situation, because right now the vibe is off, and I know exactly what it is. And it's not you, it's me. Just let you know, it's not you, it's me. So I need about 30 seconds so I can make the vibe better. Do you mind taking over for a few minutes?
Yeah, I got you.
Because this vibe is off, and I know exactly what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, like I said, long as the kids, want to come to Miami, long as they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. We got talented players in the city of Miami. We played against them year in and year out. We see them. They right around the corner. We damn near rivals. So they know who their teammates gonna be. They know their capabilities. And as long as the coaches at Miami can develop these players and get them on a higher level year in and year out, whether it's getting them ready for the NFL or getting them ready as a as a man in general, because you got to look at it. These are kids. They're talented kids. But when you come to the Miami Hurricanes football team, you got to be able to say, hey, I'm going to get something out of this that I'm not going to get somewhere else. Miami has proven that, they could put players in the league. And you look at the numbers don't lie. We are NFL Miami. So kids could come here, they could get proper education. It's a great education. But if you could leave here and go to the league with the skill set that these coaches, put into you, if they develop them correctly, then it's gonna be awesome, man. Miami got a bright future ahead of them. I mean, a lot of people get on me for drinking the Kool-Aid and stuff, but I see Manny doing good things in the offseason. And I'm not just crediting Manny for all the recruits that's coming in, because, of course, you got the rest of the coaching staff that's doing their part. So Manny is not the only one getting the credit here. But I do recognize that Manny has changed a lot. He's trying to make up for his mistake. We saw that fiasco last season. So, to see so many recruits want to come to Miami like this, it's amazing. Because we literally just came off a 6-7 season. 6-7 season. Right now, with all these players coming in, we should be ranked in the top 10 in recruiting by the end of the recruiting cycle. Now,
I got a question to ask Alabama fans. Alabama fans, what do you think Nick Saban is thinking about right now? Hold on. I don't care what you think. If you smell what the Canes are cooking in the kitchen right now. It's all about the motherfucking you, man. I had to throw sunglasses on, man, because you looking too cool over there, homie. So I had to throw the sunglasses on, man. Come back, and do my little rock impersonation, which sucks, but I still do it all the time.
The only reason I even wear these, because if you look in my glasses right now, you see that bright eye light?
I turn my light off.
I gotta see with the green screen, you gotta make sure the lighting is even, or it's gonna look crazy.
You gotta get you a light. You gotta get you a webcam, the light that's on the webcam. You gotta get you a ring light.
Yeah, because right now that light is bright, man.
You gotta get you a green screen. I mean, you gotta get rid of the green screen and throw you some hats and shit back there. How about you do that?
See, the thing is, my kids, they messing up everything.
Oh, my kids do it too. You got that. That's when you make them a part of the show. I've made my kids a part of every. I'm telling you, my kids you come and sit on my lap, bring the dogs in here with them. You just make them a part of the show, man. Just be honest with you, just make them a part of the show, and then they get used to it and they learn how to do things. So, that's what
I got a lot of trolls on the channel, man. So I try not to involve my kids too much.
They learn. They don't get you. I think I got a little bit more trolls. They've learned. You have to straighten them out sometimes. They've learned. But nah, your kids don't hear that. That affects you more than it affects your kids. Your kids don't pay attention to that shit. But not I think I almost did the green screen one time. I came close to it when I first started, but I want to show my little memorabilia. And I don't want to have to like you said with that lighting and shit and the way I just don't want to do that. It destroys me. I'm not good at stuff like that. But like that, all that the fist and all that shit, the way you be doing, I'm stealing all that shit. Listen here, man. I'm stealing all that shit from you, man. I'm stealing like what's they said, Jack, like he said, jacking for beats. Like he said, jacking for beats. I'm jacking for beats. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, do what you got to do, man. Hey, it's all about making your show better and everything, man. At the end of the day,
how do I put my link? How do you put your link in the description thing? How did you do that shit? How you do?
You click on the guest button, and you click the copy. So once you copy it, you go over to the
invite. You mean the invite button? You got StreamYard. You got StreamLab.
StreamYard.
All right, now you press. I did the invite.
Click on the invite.
I'm gonna do that right now.
And then you copy it.
I copy. Okay.
And then you go over to your chat, click it, and right click on your mouse, put paste, and just put it right there.
Right click on my mouse. Ain't nothing. I just clicked on my mouse. Ain't nothing to do it. Ain't nothing. I might
right click. It should give you some options.
Okay, and then it says paste.
Yeah, paste.
That's.
And then once you put it there, see it's right there. Now, if I wanted to come in, all I would have to do is click on that, and I'll be in your back room, and you get to approve whether or not I come in or not.
Oh yeah, just like yeah. Oh, that's how you do that. That's how you do that. So thank you. See, that's why I say people say like I am the innovator of the Miami Hurricane YouTube Live. I can't say that, but I have learned from T2Y. I learned from the wholesome one, even though me and him aren't on good terms. I've learned a lot from the wholesome one. I learned from Uncle Lou. I learned from Mark Rogers. I learned from Kinchens. I learned from Streeter. I learned damn near everything from 786. I learned from Hurricane Logan. I learned from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I learned from everybody, and it's a respect thing. Even there are people that I don't like, that I still respect because I learned from them. I look better than most of them anyway, too. So it don't even matter.
Let me address.
My locks are longer than some people.
And Release say T2Y don't have Kane's merchandise. That's why he do fake background.
No. T2Y had no. I'm gonna address that. You're not gonna address that. I'm gonna address that. T2Y has more Kane's merchandise than I have. I have most of my Kane's merchandise on my wall. Now I have a lot of t-shirts and shit, but T2Y is in a different hat and a different shirt every damn day. I have no idea where the hell he get all this shit from, but T2Y is in a different hat, different shirt every day.
I'm addicted to.
I have my Bill Belichick sleeves. I've had the same shirts and shit for like. I'm not buying a whole bunch of merchandise. I'm just not buying a whole bunch of merchandise, because it's almost like a waste of money sometimes. If I can keep it clean and wash it, I'm keeping it. T2Y has more merchandise than me. I have a lot of stuff, and you gotta realize this here too. Shit costs money.
Let me tell him, Zoe. See, I'm not in a house. I'm in an apartment. So I don't get to, put up all kind of stuff to put stuff on. Now, I do go to caneswear.com and I do go to Fanatics and I do have a lot of stuff. But to actually find some place in the house to actually build it, I can't do that in an apartment. I am in an apartment.
Not just that though. People look at like a lot of this shit was like that you back there. Jay Blaze sent that to me. When you look at that Sebastian right there, that's on the wall. Let me see if I can show y'all that Sebastian. That Sebastian right there. Cole Perry sent me. That 15 jersey right there. OG Kane sent me. Those 2 LED lights. Jay Blaze sent me. My Miami Hurricane rings, my boy Opalaka 74 sent me. My Miami Hurricane jerseys, those 2 jerseys, I got those from Ray and Michael Irvin. I got those from them. You see what I'm saying? I got a lot of that stuff because I went to a lot of games and stuff, and I met a lot of people. But I didn't pay for most of the stuff that I have. I'm just saying that right now. Most of the stuff that I have, I didn't pay for most of the things that I have. A lot of that stuff was sent to me, given to me. Because I went to a lot.
Let me tell Henry also. Henry, when it comes down to the U, it don't matter how much stuff you have. It really don't. Because if you look at my hand, I take the U everywhere with me.
There you go.
I take the Miami.
There you go.
This damn camera.
I see it. I
take this with me everywhere I go. This is a part of me.
The problem is your arm is too damn big, and it ain't the cameras. Your damn arm too damn big. And you wrapped around all around
camera. I can't even. I'd have to turn all the way around to actually show the whole thing. But if Henry so want to know what it is that I have Hurricanes, I'll make a whole video and pile up all of it for you if you need.
T2Y has been doing videos for a long time, so he's been doing a lot of uploads. Yeah.
If you ask my wife, I get a shipment of different clothes, different hats, different everything every other month.
Can I get a couple hats? Can I get a couple hats, man?
I got you if you
need. You know, my hair long. I gotta make sure.
I got a visor. You can have that one because I don't know why I bought it because I don't wear it.
Yeah, send that to me. I wear visors. I have to get my Steve Spurrier one. I wear cowboy hats, man.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start doing my unboxing because when I get all that stuff sent to me, I used to make the video where I unboxed them and show everybody what's in it.
You know what I'm doing?
I guess I got to do that for Henry Lee.
No, I'm making my own stuff. I'm doing cowboy hats. Anybody want cowboy hats? Y'all let me know. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I'm doing cowboy hats. Them shits be fine.
Even with Teesprings, I can make my own gear now.
That's what I'm doing. I'm making my own custom shit, like for real, because I like designs that I can come up with. Back to a few players on the team. I keep saying the best receiver on the team. This is my opinion. The best receiver on the team this year is going to be Pope. And I go off. I don't just go off a gut feeling or potential. I go off a heart as well. And the best receiver on the team this year, and I know nobody believes me when I say this. I mean, a few people. Pope is going to show the fuck out this year. Okay.
Yeah, I think Pope gonna show out. I think Harley gonna be nice too.
Yeah, I think Harley gonna be great in the slot, and I think they're gonna work off each other. But I just think Pope. I just see the unleashing, and to be honest with you, it's all gonna start with Killer Cam. It's all gonna start with Killer Cam. I'm just being honest. It's all gonna start with Killer Cam because the one thing that I love about Killer Cam is the versatility of him. You know, he can catch the ball out of the backfield very well. Our 2 tight ends set up.
My thing is who's going to back him up? Who's going to back up Cam? Because Chaney right now, Chaney saying he's at 100%, and you know we got Jalen Knight also. So that's going to be the question for the season. Who's going to be his backup?
I don't care because we've always had that problem in Miami.
Yeah, but like I said, both of them, the backups, both of them are healthy. You just got to compete now.
That's why I say we've always had it. We had Frank Gore, Ed Reed. I mean Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis. Who else was in that backfield? It was 4 NFL players in that backfield at one time. Like
Richard said, don't sleep on Pope on D Wiggins.
I'm not sleeping on D Wiggins. I'm not sleeping on nobody. I'm not sleeping on no. I think all of our receivers are excellent. I'm just saying Pope is going to be
I
that
think the
dog this year.
most.
Pope is
I
going to be
think the
that dog
most
this year.
slept on. I think the most slept on person on the offense right now is Robert Burns. Nobody is giving him that extra.
I think that's because he's been hurt. Last year he wasn't hurt at the end of the year. He showed his potential. I think it's I think everybody wanted to see him do good. I just think he was hurt. I just think he was hurt, and now that he's not hurt, I'm with you. I think he's going. Burns might be that backup. Fuck around, Burns might be the starter, and I'm a Cam Harris fanatic. But Burns showed last year, bro.
Another thing too I hate is since we got Derek King, everybody has just slept on Perry too. They sleeping on him.
I'm not sleeping on Perry. I think Perry needs this year to learn behind Derek King. Listen, Perry is my guy, but Derek King is the guy right now.
They sleeping on him because they be telling us, oh, next season Tyler Van Dyke gonna be the one starting. I don't see that happening at all.
I see Tyler Van Dyke transferring because this is not his style of offense.
Yeah, he's a pro style kid.
Yeah, this is not his style of offense. I see him this is not his style of offense. I don't see him playing this style of offense.
Another reason I see that he might do transfer is how hard are they going after Jake Garcia?
And
they're going after Jake Garcia with everything they got in their arsenal.
Yeah. That's what I say. I like Tyler. I think Tyler's a good kid, but I think Tyler Van Dyke is going to transfer. And I think I'm the first person to say that. I don't think have you ever said that? Have you said
Tyler Van Dyke?
Yeah, it's transferring. I think he's going to transfer.
I think he might.
Van Dyke will not play.
I think that Dan Eno's offense was more for him than it is for the rest of the kids because he's not a spread style quarterback.
No, he's not. Now I think that if put it away, if Lassie was the offense coordinator last year, it would have been hands down that Perry would have been a starting quarterback. I think Perry. I think what I do like what I've seen about Perry, what I've seen from Perry, and I've talked to some people that's very close to Perry, is that him and King are like this. Like Perry is really looking up to King like a big brother, like you know what I'm saying, and he's picking and picking and picking and picking and picking and picking. Somebody said King was getting annoyed with him because he kept talking to him so much. You know what I'm saying? Like goodness gracious, man, any more questions? He's picking, and he's really wanting to learn from King. And what bugs me out is that's never been an indictment on him. Every coach, every quarterback that's played in front of him, they all said the same thing. He's always willing to learn and listen. So I think you just need one great season. I'm King.
Hey, I know Brevin Jordan this season. He's coming with a vengeance. He's coming out hard. That Virginia Tech, that Virginia game where the fans was starting to think that he's a little slow, he took it to heart, man. Because right now,
why y'all be sleeping on the other tight end? Why y'all be sleeping on him, man? Why y'all be sleeping?
Mallory?
Yeah, why y'all be sleeping on my guy?
Oh, no, nobody ain't sleeping on Mallory.
Y'all sleeping on Mallory.
Mallory good too. I just think Brevin George is just a tiny notch up more than he is.
I don't think so.
Mallory's good too.
I think Mallory, even though Brevin Jordan proved me a little bit wrong last year because he played a little, I think Mallory has a higher ceiling than Brevin Jordan. You think about it. Brevin Jordan is not more. Brevin Jordan not more athletic. He's not more athletic.
I think what he need to work on more is his acceleration.
Who's faster? Who's faster, Mallory or Jordan?
I think Mallory.
Mallory's faster.
Like I said, with Brevin George, if he could work on that acceleration after catching the ball, he'll be a dominant force.
And I need to go find something. It ain't came on my screen yet. It's a little late. What's name said I'm waiting for it to come up because it hadn't popped up. Y'all don't know why.
Yes.
But as soon as it pop up, as soon as it pop up, it pops up on my phone faster than it pops up on this. And everybody's saying the same thing. Mallory's hands. Jordan has better hands than Mallory. Yes, Jordan has. Mallory can learn how to catch the ball, man. Do y'all not remember Marshall Faulk being the fumbling genius? Like, you can learn how to catch the ball. Mallory has, and not just that. A lot of times you gotta realize Mallory hands it'd be an issue sometimes with ball placement from catching the ball from 20 different quarterbacks too. You know what I'm saying? You used to a quarterback putting the ball here, putting the ball there, and it throws your timing off. So yes, Mallory needs to work on his hands. He dropped a lot of balls last year. But I mean, if like I said, if you look at 6'6", 250, runs 4'6", 4'5", 4'6", something, he's a little bit faster than Brevin, a lot taller than Brevin, stronger than Brevin. If you were to clone those two guys, if you were to say, okay, you had this guy, and this guy needed to work on his acceleration after the ball, and he's 3 inches or 4 inches shorter than the other guy and smaller and everything, but the other guy's bigger, faster, stronger, and all he need to work on is his hands, who would you take?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it,
the bigger, faster, stronger guy.
I'll take the bigger, faster, stronger guy. But
Just saying.
I'd be pissed if put in certain situations when the bigger, stronger guy don't catch it. Now,
I mean, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with. I'm 100% with you. But both of these guys, and I would also be pissed if the smaller guy catches the ball and we need a first down and he's a yard shot because he couldn't accelerate.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, both of those guys have something they need to work on. I'm just looking at Mallory. I'm just looking at Mallory's upside. And I didn't know a lot about Mallory until last year's spring game, to be honest with you. And I'm sitting there looking at this kid, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. When I was in Orlando, I was like, my eyes got wide. I'm like, yo, who? That's Mallory. I was like, who?
When Brevin went out and I started seeing him getting a little play time and stuff, I'm like, yo, we got tight ends shut down. That position is nice.
Chevy, no, nephew, he can catch. He just had some drops last year. And there's a lot of NFL players had drops. He's not the only person that dropped balls. I just think he needs to be more consistent. He needs to be more consistent with catching football. Because I can tell you the spring game, bro, and I was there, and people will tell you he made 3 of the best catches in spring game history. That one he laid out for in the back of the end zone when it was two defenders on him, and he stretched all 6'6" of him, and it was like what? And I've never seen a guy that tall, that athletic, but Gronk. You see what I'm saying? Or what's name used to play when what's name played for the Hurricanes? They played that 1 year. What was your boy name? Jimmy Graham. Remember how athletic Graham was? Like, I'm just saying that, like,
whether it's Graham, whether it's Olsen, all of them guys, man.
Yeah. And
even on Winslow, we always had great
Jay Shock to me. Everybody can say, well, Jay Shock to me, the greatest Hurricane tight end ever. I don't care. Everybody can put whoever you want to put there. I don't care. It wasn't just about his talent. It was about his swagger, his style, whatever. Jay Shock to me, the greatest Miami Hurricane ever. Tight end ever. That's just my
I ain't gonna argue on that.
That dude said, when I played at Miami and you want to be a starting skills player at Miami and you was a white boy, you had to be a bad motherfucking white boy. I said, Jay Shock is a fool. Jay Shock is a fool. That dude there is a fool. Fool.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
The other night I was saying, because they going to the whole only conference thing. I was saying if they were to push it, because right from what I'm hearing right now, they're talking about 10 conference games. So you already know Miami gonna play the coastal side, then they're gonna play Florida State and Wake Forest. I mean, who would those other two teams would be that you would add on to the schedule?
I would add. Do it? They have to be conference games?
Yeah, it has to be conference. It got to come from from the Atlantic side.
I would add. I would add Clemson, and I would probably add NC State.
Yeah.
And
See,
the reason why
thinking,
at NC State is because they have some Miami players down there that got away.
Yeah, what I was thinking they would probably do is look at the rotation. They probably would look at the rotation of teams that we already played. Plus, you gotta throw Notre Dame in there too, because they're part of the equation.
No, right, they're not. Fuck Notre Dame. They should not get a game this year. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck them slouchies. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck no. They shouldn't get it. If them bitches decided that they didn't want to join a conference, then you're not in the conference, then you don't play. Sit your bitch ass at home. You can't play. Fuck Notre Dame. If the ACC allows Notre Dame to play, the ACC is a bunch of bitches. Fuck Notre Dame. They didn't want to be in our conference in football, so fuck you. You left out. Dead ass. Fuck no. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck them. They can kiss my ass. Fuck Notre Dame, the established, the regulator, and the motherfucking crew. And if you down with Notre Dame, fuck you too. All you Notre Dame motherfuckers, fuck you. Die slow, motherfucker. My 4-4. Make sure all y'all kids don't grow. You motherfuckers can't be us or see. Fuck Notre Dame. That's where I'm at with that. I'm dead ass. I don't know how I lost T2Y. I got to invite him back. I don't know how I lost T2Y. T2Y, come back in the chat, T2Y. Hope you won't think I was talking about him. Where my page at? Come back in, T2Y. I hope I ain't lose you because you thought I was talking about you. But I'm dead serious, man. I do not want Notre Dame at all. At all. There is no reason at all that Notre Dame should be allowed to play against University of Miami or against any ACC team just because of what they did. Just because of his kids unplugged the internet. His kids unplugged the internet. No, his kids unplugged the internet. I know, believe me, I know how that shit is, bro. I know how that is, man. I'm telling you, man. Trying to do one of these shows and having kids, bro. I'm telling you, I've been there, did that, man. I know how that shit is. That shit is tough. That shit is tough. But I'm dead ass, man. Kitchen staying home. Yep. Yeah, I had to put my I'm telling you, man. I don't want Notre Dame does not deserve. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it at all. They did not want to play. They didn't want an ACC conference schedule. They didn't want to play. See, it benefits them in basketball because the ACC is the best basketball conference in basketball. But they didn't want to do it in football. They didn't want to commit to. So why would we commit to them bitches? Fuck them. Fuck Notre Dame. There is no why Andre Greenblood, why reward them? Why reward them? Why reward them? They held the ACC conference hostage, right? They held a conference hostage, right? So why reward them? Why reward them for Why reward them for disrespecting us? Why reward them for that? Fuck Notre Dame. Dead serious. The ACC, it would be a money grab, but man, fuck all money ain't good money, man. All money ain't good money, man. Oh, they get to play this. You want to be independent, then be independent. They can play against Bethune and Wagner and teams like that. Let them play them. FIU could put them on their schedule. They play FIU, FAU, and shit. Fuck no. Nah, not with that. Nah. I'm gonna since T2Y done showed me how to do the copy and paste. That's what I'm doing right now. Anybody who has StreamYard can come in and join the channel. Hurricane Miller's $4 donation says send them to the Big Ten. Yeah, there's no reason. There's no reason. There's anybody who has StreamYard. I put the link in the chat if you want to jump in. If you have StreamYard, you can get the free version of StreamYard as well. Go get the StreamYard and go get the free version. Everybody in the chat, go download the free version of StreamYard. Go download the free version of StreamYard. That way, when you can call in, you can call into the show. I'm gonna take the number down. I'm no longer gonna have a number. I'm gonna delete the number out the chat. You can go get the free version of StreamYard, and if you want to talk, then we can talk that way. So I'm gonna delete the number out of the chat. I'm not gonna pay for the number anymore, being that I'm paying $50 a month for StreamYard. I'm not gonna pay for the number anymore, the Google number. I'm just gonna get rid of that altogether. And if you want to come in, you can come in. And if you don't want to show your face, you can put a cover over your face if you want to. Wear a mask, a ski mask, or some shit like that. But yeah, get the go download the free version of StreamYard and call in. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure I continue to put that into the stream. Anytime somebody wants to call in, just ask me. Say, "So I want to get on. And I'll add you in." I know T2Y started doing it a few weeks before I did. I wanted to start doing it last year. T2Y started doing it. Somebody just did it. Here we go. Pim y'all. Yeah, who we got? Yellow. What's good, man?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening, Zo?
What's happening, man? Hey, be safe driving, man. Don't be safe driving. You don't kill yourself, man. You wiggling and shit. You can't beat me. Everybody ain't me. Everybody can't go live and drive, man. What's good?
Okay,
what's going on, man?
I'm gonna call you back when I pull over.
Yeah, call me when you pull over, man, because anything happens to you, I'm gonna feel like shit.
Okay.
All right. Yellow went on ahead and hit me in. But he was driving, man. What news did I break? I can't remember what news did I break. So I missed some chat. But nah, I'm just being honest, man. Like if they can't join the ACC football team full time, then fuck them. That's simple. Let me know when you're ready to come back, T2Y. If you got it plugged back up yet. Oh, I understand that. But I understand Andre Greenblood, man. You know we agree on 99.9% of the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that fuck them. You can't have your cake and eat it too, man. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. It's not. Fuck Notre Dame. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Hey, how all of a sudden it's clearer now too? I'm starting. I don't think the kids unplugged it. I think you unplugged it on purpose and you went and fixed something because the shit is clear now. There's nothing in the back, no foggy shit in the background. I say Trick love the kids. I'm saying T2Y, don't blame the kids. You went and fixed something, man. Because this shit look kind of spicy now. Like this shit look spicy. This shit look clean and clear. I can even see the little pimple on the top of your head, like I got right here. I can see. And now it went out again, and it came back again. Okay, yeah. You have an internet problem. You have an internet problem, like
yeah,
I've had.
Normally it does that. Once I replug it, it'll come back up, and then act funny for like a little second or two.
I'm surprised mine. You remember the other night mine was kicking out. Remember the other night mine. I ended up rewiring my shit and unplugging like some extra shit I had plugged into it. Put less shit on your computer as you can. When you talking about like I had 2 monitors hooked up. I disconnected one of my monitors. You know what I'm saying? Just all that shit there. Like fuck all. I got too much shit plugged up. I
got a brand new laptop, so right now I don't have nothing on it. I just have the regular.
No, I'm talking about
regular internet and programs and stuff.
I'm talking about shit plugged in, like extra, like
no. Right now I'm running off the webcam off the laptop and the mic.
That's a good webcam.
Nothing. Yeah, I don't have nothing hooked up to the computer at all. Only thing is a wireless mouse. Okay. That's it.
I still haven't gotten my baby fixed yet. I still haven't got my baby. This is my baby right here, and I'm sending it off as soon as possible. I still haven't got my baby fixed yet. This is my baby right here, and I'm getting my baby fixed. This $2,500 laptop that my ex-wife poured water in, and I'm trying to wait till the price go down in order for them to fix it. They wanted $1,000. I think they want like $800 now, so I'm trying to wait for the price to go down. The older the model get, the cheaper it gets to fix. So it's a 2-year-old model. So I'm trying to wait for the price to go down to get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my baby back. I want my baby. That's my baby. That's the baddest Samsung laptop on the planet.
Yeah, before they pull the plug, I was trying to say that the ACC, they should force Notre Dame to join now.
Yeah, that's the only way you can play. The only way you can play.
Hey, you're not gonna be a part of this conference just as the basketball and every other sport. But football, you're either gonna come in and contribute to make the conference a little bit stronger, or kick rocks.
Exactly. Oh, we'll keep your basketball team, man. We'll keep your baseball team, man. But your football team is not playing this year. They're not playing with us because they have a contract, so you just can't kick them out. The basketball and baseball team because they signed for a certain amount of years, so you can't just kick them out.
Yeah, so I know even with the University of Miami. Miami is tied in with the ACC, I think, until 2035.
Yeah.
So we're going to be here for a while.
They can buy their way out. No, I'm going to tell you like this here. Honest to God truth, if Florida State, if Miami decided to, and I do see this coming, all Florida teams are going to end up being the same conference eventually. When they do that, when they dismantle to the NCAA. All those big time Florida teams are either going to be a part of probably the SEC. I'm serious.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever do a realignment, we might even end up being in the same conference as Georgia.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I want a rivalry game though. We don't have a rivalry game during rivalry week.
Yeah. Other than Florida State. I mean,
I'm saying doing rivalry week.
Florida's up the alley, but they scared to play us.
I'm talking about doing rivalry week.
That hurt my heart too, man.
Like we don't.
I feel like when they do those rivalry week, I feel left out.
We are left out. That shit. I feel like Notre Dame feel right now.
We left out, man, because you got Florida playing Florida State, you got Virginia playing Virginia Tech, because they saying Virginia Tech's our next biggest rival. You got them playing each other. You got everybody else playing somebody but us.
Yeah, we don't play nobody during rivalry week.
Unless they want to say unless they want to say our rivalry is Duke.
I mean, I would, but in North Carolina plays NC State. I mean, it's like we don't. Clemson plays South Carolina. Like we don't have nobody. This shit is sad. Yo, I'm gonna ask this question in the chat. What team is free that y'all think that we can create a rival with during rivalry week? Like, I'm serious. We can't even play Central Florida because I think they play South Florida or some shit like that. Like,
it's
Notre Dame plays SEC during rivalry week. I mean, they play USC.
Yep.
Bama plays Auburn. LSU.
We don't really have much choice.
LSU just started playing Georgia Tech. I mean, LSU just started playing. That's it. Not Georgia Tech. Texas A&M.
I mean,
no, I'm saying during rivalry week. I mean,
LSU would be a good fit though.
That would have been the best fit for me. That would have been the best fit ever. But they have Texas A&M now. I wanted that one. I've been screaming for that one before Texas A&M joined the conference.
Doesn't Texas A&M have I think TCU or
no,
Texas?
I think they play. I think Texas A&M and LSU do it now. Oh, the Red River rivalry is Texas and Nebraska, or Texas and
I think it's Texas Oklahoma.
Texas Oklahoma. Yeah, that's the Red River rivalry.
Yeah, Miami definitely needs somebody, man. Because
I don't care who it is. There has to be somebody. Like, I mean, it got to be a division. It got to be a Power 5 conference team, and it can't be somebody that's way across the country. Clemson has South Carolina. Clemson and South Carolina, orange green blood. They have South Carolina.
I wouldn't want South Carolina anyway.
No. I'm saying he said play Clemson. Clemson has South Carolina, so I would take South Carolina. Wow. You don't. The fans here are rabid, bro. The fans here are rabid. They never win, and they are fucking.
I see South Carolina. They don't have nothing behind their name, but their stadium is packed.
They are rabid, bro. They are rabid. You see South Carolina fans coming all the way from Charlotte to the stadium. Like, they are rabid, bro. I'm talking about shit. That boy, I work down the street from the stadium. I'm shit. Hi.
Man, if we could get that kind of culture going at Miami, filling up the stadiums, people coming in like that, it'll be amazing, man.
Nebraska's too far away for that to be a rivalry game. It got to be somebody at least, you know what I'm saying, within a 6-7 hour drive, maybe 8 hour drive. It got to be somebody kind of close. And I think Nebraska has
got their own team already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Said Georgia Tech. Yeah, they play every year.
Yeah, they play every year. That rivalry game is going nowhere.
Somebody say North Carolina. North Carolina play North Carolina.
They play North Carolina State.
Or Virginia play Virginia Tech.
Yep. Oh yeah, I know we got. Oh nephew, I know we got to win games. Oh, I know that for a fact. I'm just trying to. This is just a question I'm throwing out there right now. Like who can what y'all just think about it, man. I mean, like who can? I don't know it, bro. I don't know who the hell who doesn't play during rivalry week. Shit, do we have to play the Panhandle Bulldogs?
Wait, don't Michigan and Ohio State play?
Yep.
I mean, the only thing I probably would say probably Miami, Ohio.
No, you can't. At that point, we could play somebody. We could play FIU or some shit like FAU. You see what I'm saying? Like serious.
Like I mean, because we the real Miami. They the fake ones. So I mean, we could create a rival with that. But it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be much for us.
It wouldn't be nothing for us. We would gain nothing out of it. We would build them up. Tennessee plays, I think, Vanderbilt or some shit like that during rivalry week. I don't know who Wisconsin played, but that's too far away. Wisconsin, Orange and Green Blood. Why you keep giving these teams that's all the way across the other side of the world?
Well, let me try to see what rival weeks look like anyway for all these teams.
No, but I understand y'all saying. I'm saying for that 1 week, for rivalry week, Tennessee does not play Georgia. Georgia Tech plays Georgia. I'm talking about that one game rivalry week game. The one game, that 1 week, which is the last week of the season. Every team, and we play, I think, Virginia or some shit like that. Like that's not. You can't. How can we? Who do we play? Virginia? We don't play Virginia. Who do we play? Who did we play last year?
I think we played like Duke.
No, we didn't play Duke last year during rivalry week. What was our? Who did we play during? Who did we play during rivalry week last year? I'm stumped. I don't know.
Maybe FIU.
No, we didn't play FIU during rivalry week.
Or
we played Pitt. We played Pitt. Thank you, Pigskin Pete. We played Pitt. Hey, Pigskin Pete, I'm gonna throw the thing. I'm gonna ask you this question. If you want to answer it, then I'm gonna throw the link in the description. You can come on. I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think turn your phone down, T2Y? Do you think that Dabo Swinney not firing that coach for using the N-word has affected y'all program in recruiting? That question for Pigskin Pete. If you want to answer it, you can. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I think it has. And I'm throwing a link in the description. I guess we're gonna. You said who did we play last? We played Pitt. I think we're gonna have to make that. It's gonna have to be a It's gonna have to get pushed and publicized more. We need Pitt to get better. If that's what we're gonna play every year, we need Pitt to get together. All right. I got the link in the description. Just let me know when you want me to put it again. Pitt did Pitt play Duke? Who did we play during rivalry week last year then?
Don't Pitt always play Penn State?
They probably no, I don't think so. And I know Duke played North Carolina.
No. North Carolina played North Carolina State.
I mean North Carolina State. So Pitt might have did play. Man, I don't fucking. I just know we don't have. What is that telling you? That we know we don't have one. Oh my, we don't have. I just told y'all. T2Y started
pull it up right now.
T2Y started a few weeks ago. I tried to beat him to the punch. He beat me to the punch. I'll jump on him, but he started a few weeks ago with putting a link in the chat. I didn't know how to do it. See, that lets you know when people are smarter than you. You can come up with an idea, but when you dumb, you just dumb, and you you can go with an idea, and that person might not even be thinking about it. Might have came with the idea the same, and that person was smarter than you and was able to do the idea that you wanted to do. So I'm glad he was able to T2Y, but he wasn't salty and said, I'm gonna keep that shit to myself because I'm dumb. I ain't know, and it was that simple. So if you want to come into the chat, create like T2Y said last week, create a StreamYard, a free StreamYard account. Like I said, mine $50 a month. I pay for mine because the one I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb to get the free one. I won't know how to work it. Download the free StreamYard. There is a free version of StreamYard. Download the free version of StreamYard, and I'll put the link in the description, and you can come in and have a conversation. And the post-game shows are going to be live. And I'm hoping T2Y can do the pregame and halftime shows. Those are going to be some live fucking shows. Those shit's going to be bananas. You can imagine everybody going to be here cursing each other out. You know, I'm gonna. It's going to be barbershop talk. No holds bar. That show we did on your show the other night was epic.
Yeah, man. That was really nice.
That shit was epic. I've been a part of some epic shows, man. I can actually say doing this, man, doing YouTube has been some highlights in my life, man. I've been a part of the Mark Rogers with me and Cam, and then we've done some real epic shows, man. That show we did the other night on your channel it was up there, man. That shit was fun. That was fun. And it was, you know why it was so fun? Because it was just unchoreographed. It just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like it was planned. I was like, can I come in? You was like, yeah, I came in talking shit. And then Slim came in talking shit. And then after I hung up, the other guy came in and I came back in talking shit. It was just, that shit was just funny, man. It was epic. It was fucking epic.
What week is rivalry week? Isn't it week 9?
I think it's I thought it was the last week of the season. I thought it was the last week of the season. Uh-oh. We got somebody coming in. Yo, my Palmetto State brother. What's going on? Hey, for everybody who don't know, if you don't know, you stupid. This is Pigskin Pete. I'm gonna do a little analogy of what made me like Pigskin Pete. I went on Pigskin Pete. I'm not a troll. But Pigskin Pete had said something, and I didn't like what he said. So I said something back to Pigskin Pete. And Pigskin Pete said, you don't like my fucking channel? Then stay the fuck on my channel.
That's how I do, man.
I was like, that's some shit I'll say. I said, hey, I like Pete, man. Right now was good, man. I was good with Pete right there. What's going on, big homie? What's going on with you?
What's up, Zoe?
So we did play Duke. I'm looking at the schedule now. It was Duke that we played.
Now y'all played Pitt the past 3 years at rivalry week.
Now this year we played Duke. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, you're talking about for 2020? Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about right 2019.
You sure about that? I'm pretty sure y'all played Duke at least the past 3 years.
Duke,
like you remember back in 2000, was it 17 when y'all was undefeated going into that game and y'all lost 3 straight?
If I could share my screen, I'd show it.
I believe you. But I know y'all played Pitt like 3 years in a row. But because y'all don't have like you were just talking about, you don't have a set team that you play every year. But
right, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for. I think it does a disservice, at least for my Hurricanes. I ain't saying it does a disservice for college football. But
I was talking about that on my stream last night about how Miami needs a rival during rivalry week.
Yeah, it annoys me.
Yeah, I think UCF would make sense.
Definitely do,
but
I think UCF plays
USF. Yeah,
and that I think we could buy our way into that one though. UCF would make a lot of sense.
As far as a Power 5 team, the only one I could think, because LSU, like you said, plays Texas A&M. That's a newer thing since Texas A&M joined the SEC. But what about Penn State?
Do they have a rivalry? They don't have a rivalry game?
I think they play like Maryland or something. But
that would be great. That would, because it's history there.
Yeah.
That's history.
Yeah, and that would make more sense because nobody gives a shit about Penn State versus Maryland or whoever they play.
That would be huge. That would be like, and you play, and each game could be like whiteouts. Like that, we playing Miami, could be a whiteout. You playing Penn State, it could be
right.
That's people don't remember. That's a Jerome Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jerome Brown wore the fatigues, like that's history.
Yeah.
Thank you, Piss. I'm about to push. Hey, everybody say thank you to Pigskin Pete for that. Would fucking, I mean, Pigskin Pete. It's amazing how somebody outside of the program could, like, because we're bracking our brains because we're trying to figure out why we don't and who we can get, and Pigskin Pete just figured out who we can get, and that quick.
Now, personally, I think that LSU would be better for Miami, but they play Texas A&M. But Texas A&M should be playing Texas, but Texas. I don't know who Texas plays.
They play Oklahoma, Red River Rivalry.
No, Oklahoma plays Oklahoma State. The Red River Rivalry is earlier in the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Texas and Texas A&M not playing each other. They don't even like each other at all. Like that's why Texas A&M left.
I know they should be playing each other, and that would free up LSU to play Miami. That would make.
But when LSU was free, we didn't play them. I don't understand that. Like that should have been it right there.
Yeah, I got you.
Because LSU is Miami South. to me. They're the same school to me. I'm serious. Just the same type of swagger. They're the same school.
Yeah. A lot bigger school. A lot bigger school. The ACC is mostly smaller schools. Like since Miami's private, I mean, you only got like what 16,000 students. Clemson's only got 20,000. Yeah. All the SEC teams, maybe outside of Vanderbilt, they got 50,000-60,000 students. You know, but anyway, that's just the way it goes. I guess.
I wanted to ask you a question. I know you've already heard me, but do you think Dabo not firing that coach hurt the program? I'm not saying in the future, but right now, where the economy going?
No, I mean, you see the recruits they're getting still. And I talked about this on Twitter today. Is the biggest recruiters for Clemson are current and former players, and they're still recruiting their ass off. Okay. So whatever the national perception of Dabo Swinney is out there, I understand the criticism.
I'm a Dabo fan.
Yeah, and I understand the criticism about that situation. I do. I'm not oblivious to that. But at the same time, I mean, you got guys like Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Shaq Lawson, and a bunch of former black players coming out to his defense. That's something you didn't see with Mike Gundy when Mike Gundy said what he said.
See, I look at it like this here. Even as me being a black person, on my job, I call somebody a nigga, I'm fired. On my job, I'm fired. I don't care, and I've been there 18 years. They're firing me.
What did Dabo say in that weird sort of explanation video he put out, which was kind of awkward. I'll admit that. The guy didn't call the player the N-word. He was repeating it. They called it to him. Now I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, I'm fired. I'm just saying I'm fired. Yeah, on my job, I'm fired.
Look, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah,
everybody makes mistakes, and I'm not saying Dabo's a bad guy for not firing him. I just think that it leaves it's a black mark on Dabo, the first black mark on Dabo, really. Actually, the second black mark.
He should have definitely addressed it in front of the whole team too, and not just behind closed doors. Because it happened in front of the whole team. It happened in front of all the players in that same position. So he shouldn't have just did it behind closed doors.
Well, it actually happened on an isolated part of the practice field where they were doing a certain line drill. So it wasn't in front of the whole team. But
he corrected that. He said,
the whole position. The whole position.
Right. And again, like I said, I get it. I'm not defending the coach that said that. He shouldn't have said it by any stretch of the imagination. You just don't say that word if you're a white guy, period. But it goes a lot deeper.
I got a different perception of that because I got white friends that say the word like around us. Really? I'm serious. Like that grew up with us.
I don't say the word.
Yeah, I know a couple white dudes too. And
I'm talking about that grew up with us that got gold in their mouth and they. I'm just saying. So it's I can't say that. I just think it's when you say it or how you say it. Like I said, even me at work.
Right.
If me and two of my homeboys in the break room, I'll be like, yo, what's up, my nigga? This and that. Yo, and a white person here or a black person that doesn't like the word here, and I'm fired.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, man. So my closest friend in my whole life right now is a guy I grew up with, a black guy.
I thought I was your closest friend, Pete.
Yeah, well, you're my second closest friend. But Carlos, his kids call me uncle, and same other way around. And he says the word around me all the time, but out of respect, first of all, I don't say the word at all just because it doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth. I don't like the word, but if I did say it, he wouldn't be mad at me because he knows me, like you was just talking about. But I ain't saying it though.
Yeah, and Reggie said, "Nah, my white friend ain't saying that word around me." And see, Reggie, you got to realize this here too. Now, I don't know what kind of white friends that you have, or like I say, I have white friends that I grew up with in Harlem, like dead ass, like grew up in Harlem. They never even saw white people, like for real.
Yeah,
they grew. You can't say that someone is like grew up around that culture, hung around you. Like slept in your house, all this every day, and then you say you can do all this, but you can't say this word because I'm gonna tell you, there's two definitions of the word. All right, there's two definitions. Is in first off, the word nigger came from negro. That's where it came from. The Spanish word negro for black, and and then it became derogatory because of the way the southern white people and northern white, whatever, slave owners and everything used it as nigger. So then you came up with the word nigger, Nigger, which was the derogatory term of saying it. So if you got a white guy who doesn't know how to say it, he says nigger, then it's different. But then the white guys that grew up around me.
See, you know what's funny? So how long did you grow up? How long were you in New York?
I was born and raised in New York.
So for how long were you there?
Let me see. Off and on, I was born until I was 17. Then I moved to Florida when I was 17. Went to New York when I was 18. And moved to Florida when I was like 22. And then I moved back to New York. Then I moved here when I was 26.
Okay. So you probably spent at least half your life in New York.
Yeah.
Total.
So I mean, I understand what some people are saying, like it ain't happening. I understand that. But like I say, and let me finishing that off. Nigga came around in the 70s as a brotherhood thing. It was to say I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? Remember people say, black people, remember this, I'm not a nigga, I'm a nigger. If I become a nigga, I'll let you remember that. Remember, don't act like we weren't trying to change the dialogue of that name. Don't act like we weren't trying to change the dialogue of that. I had guys who grew up around me that's all they heard. White guys, that's all they heard, and they grew up around. That's what and like you. I mean, they were a part of the culture too. Like if you're gonna bridge the gap, you're gonna bridge the gap, man.
The reason
like everybody today use the word. I mean,
the reason I asked you that is because Southerners get labeled as the racist, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, I grew up in Charleston. That's where I live now, in Charleston, South Carolina. The schools I went to from elementary school all the way up through high school was 50-50 black and white. Mm-hmm. And I didn't see a lot of I'm sure there was racists in there and all that. I didn't see a lot of that. Everyone just got along. It was no thing. But then I got my northern friends that have moved down here recently, in the past 10 years or whatever, like from Ohio. One of my best friends is an Ohio State graduate. And I said, he was talking about, when he came down here, it was a culture shock for him because of all the black people. And I'm like, look, this is just how it is around here. And I was like, how many black people went to your high school? He's like, well, like 3, And so the funny thing is that I feel like that the Northerners, because they don't live around as many black people as we do down here in the South, are really more racist.
You are 100% right.
Yeah.
I told people the most least racist state I've ever lived in my life is South Carolina. Way least racist than Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, Florida is, because Florida is like, once you hit that panhandle on up, you basically Florida, Alabama. I'm just basically what it is.
Like me, I was born and raised in Jamaica. So Jamaica is predominantly black. So the N-word is not something that's commonly used. So when I come to America, even African Americans calling African Americans the N-word, it was like
African American.
It was new to me because I never really hear it as much where I'm from because everybody there is pretty much black. Mm-hmm. So when I came to America and this dude like, oh, my nigga this, my nigga that, and I'm like, what? It was an uncomfortable thing for me for the longest time.
Because we say brethren.
Yeah, we never used that word.
We use
brethren. So when I came here and I see everything's mixed. It's either Spanish, white, whatever, black, white, Spanish, and everybody else, and the word is being thrown around so much. I'm like, yo, it was uncomfortable for me to say it.
It definitely has to do with how you're raised, because I was raised, my parents, if I would have ever said the N-word as a kid or even as a teenager, I would have got the taste slapped out my mouth. But my parents weren't having none of that. And
South Carolina, believe I'm telling you, like when I moved here, it bugged me out. Like when I say I have not experienced, I've experienced, me personally, I haven't experienced racism in South Carolina. All right. Prime example, when the Confederate flag came down, and there was racism. It's been some racism here. The little boy from Columbia that shot up the church in Charleston.
There's a lot of history of racism in the South.
Exactly, a lot. But right now, like as of like racial climate, even with everything going on in South Carolina, you're not seeing South Carolina make the news on like none of this shit. Leon Lott, first off, in Columbia, when that cop shot that black kid, when that state trooper shot him, he arrested his ass that day. We see the footage. We don't need to investigate. Your ass going to jail. They ended that shit that day. When it took forever for the Confederate flag to come down, but when the Confederate flag, when Nikki Haley finally said it's coming down, and the Ku Klux Klan came from Virginia, and I was at the State House when it came down, and I'm out here arguing with some Klan men. I'm about to slap the shit out of one of them, and it was this dude come behind me, and I'm gonna do my little Southern voice, my little Southern white boy. I don't know what the fuck y'all guys are doing, and I turn around and say, "Oh, it's another one behind me." I look, and dude touched me on my shoulder. This my brother here. We got to live in this state together. So if that fucking flag gotta come down, it gotta come down. Take the shit to your house. If it gotta come down, I live here with him. We lived, and I'm telling, that's how that shit went. I was like,
hey, let me tell you something.
What he said.
Let me tell you something about this. I caught a lot of hell about this, and I was just trying to make a point about this. About the Confederate flag in the South. Now, my parents are from the North, so the Confederate flag don't mean shit to me. I was raised in the South, but I was raised by Northern parents. But down here where I live, I mean, there's a lot of country out here, and there's a lot of country black folk and white folk. And you ride through the country out here in the black areas, they're waving that Confederate flag too. Now, me as a white guy, am I supposed to go up to them and say you shouldn't be flying that flag to a black man if they want to fly it? No. I mean, so I stay out of it. Like I get it, but there is a lot of black
fights you don't want to fight.
And there is a lot of black people in the South that do fly that flag, though.
I don't see it though. I've
seen it a couple times, which to
to
me it's puzzling, but I just leave it alone too.
Yeah.
I just say that it should put it in a museum. You know what I'm saying? If you want to fly at your house, fly at your house.
Yeah,
that was to me, that was the main fight. But like I said, that's why we got on the Dabo 20 thing, because you're a Clemson insider and I'm not. And my thing was, does it hurt? Did it hurt when that word was said?
I don't think it did. If I thought for 1 second that Dabo Swinney was in any way racist or prejudiced,
I don't think he's racist.
Yeah, I know, but there are people that do think that though.
No, I don't know why.
A lot of people that think that.
You know why he's from Alabama, probably.
Yeah,
I think Dabo is just he just don't want to have nothing to do with that. Not saying I don't think he's racist. I just think he don't want to.
He's uncomfortable with it.
He don't want to. Yeah, he don't have that comfortability of speaking about it.
He's uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
he's uncomfortable
and he did finally turn the corner. They had a Black Lives Matter rally at Clemson, and he spoke, and he said things differently now than what he had said in the past, and he said he learned from his players, and he said all the right things. But inherently, Dabo Swinney's not a racist.
I've talked to Dabo. I've met Dabo. You go down to Clemson, he's everywhere, and he will stop and shake your hand. Anybody. I think he's a good. I think I think it was a mistake, and he learned from it. And the thing about it is, that's all we can do is learn from mistakes that we make. You see what I'm saying?
And so I refer to the people that have known him his whole life and that work with him and play for him. That's who I look to for a guy, because I don't know him.
Yeah.
Anybody could be a closet racist, but you can't be a closet racist for 20 years and every single person of another color that you work with and plays for you, they all speak out and say that you're not. I mean, I'm going with what they say. You know what I'm saying?
And Pigskin Pete's been doing this for a few. And y'all do me a favor, man. Seriously, y'all go over there and support my. Cause I'm gonna do some ACC shows with him. We were supposed to do something together last year. Yeah, and we didn't have, neither one of us had everything hooked up. But as you can see now, everybody's become a little tech savvy. I'm slower than everybody to the punch, but every T2Y is very good at it. On Pigskin Pete, on the Wholesome One, Mark Rogers. Junior the Big Dog, which we're gonna do our barbershop talk, and we have so many people in the ACC. Miami has a whole bunch of content, and Pigskin Pete, basically the main guy doing Clemson, and I really want to pump his channel, man, because Pigskin Pete shows love. I like
Pigskin Pete, man.
Thank you.
Another dude too that's kind of growing on me, even though he kind of pushed the wrong button in the beginning. It was what's his name, Bobby Durkins.
Yeah, that's my homeboy.
He's pretty funny too, man.
Yeah,
I had to drop a video on him because he did the whole Miami thing.
Oh yes, that was you. That was you that did that.
That was me.
Yeah. I do remember that. I
was like, come on, man. If you're gonna preview my team, do a preview. Don't just do a whole video talking trash about the team.
Yeah. I heard of the Orangeburg massacre, but there's been a lot of things up here that has happened back in though. What I'm saying in today's climate, I'm letting you know that, and I've lived in New York, I've lived in Florida. Okay, I've lived even in Jamaica, like there's a lot of black people, but it's a lot of Asians in Jamaica, and Asians and blacks are having an issue in Jamaica, like serious. Everywhere I've lived in my whole life, I'm just being honest with you, this is the least most racist state I've lived in. Like serious, this is the least most racist state I've lived in.
Yeah, see, I can't speak on that. I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. Florida is the worst racist state I've lived in. Once you pass Orlando going up, it is horrible. You see it in the hurricane. You see it in the hurricane chats.
I feel like I feel like there's racists all over this country,
exactly,
and all over this world. And you know, people, like I said, the people like to put that stigma on Southerners. But the fact is, you go up to Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. There's a bunch of racists up there.
Listen, you know? I know you say South Carolina has a strong history of racism, but not recent history. You can't give me no recent history.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm from New York, born and raised in Harlem. You can't give me recent. I can walk right down my neighborhood right now, and I've done it for people. And white neighbor, black neighbor, Asian neighbor. I mean, we all. I'm serious, and that's how Columbia is. And I'm just being honest with you. You can say that, but what I'm saying is, I live here, and I have not experienced it here the way I experienced it in other places that I live. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, and I just think that people. Now, Boston is hard. Oh my God, we ain't even gonna talk about. We ain't gonna talk about Boston. Boston is Alabama to the north. They don't care. They don't care. But let's get back to football. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on. Let's get back to football. I
got a question.
Okay,
I got a question for you, Pigskin. Okay, so given that we might not have a season, or they might even push it to the whole spring thing, whatever. In the process of them pushing it to the springs, how would you feel about Trevor Lawrence not playing because it'll jeopardize his whole NFL draft thing, whatever?
I said if they pushed it to the spring, which I do not want to happen at all. I want to see football in the fall, if anything. If they're going to put it in the spring, they may as well just cancel the whole thing because of what you just said. If I was Dabo Swinney or anybody advising Trevor Lawrence, I would advise him not to play in the spring. You got the combine in February, then you got the draft at the end of April. He's projected to be the #1 overall pick, or at least in the top 3, depending on who gets that first pick. So it wouldn't make any sense for him. It wouldn't make any sense for Travis Etienne. It wouldn't make any sense for Amari Rodgers. So those are 3 of the top players on the offense, and that doesn't even talk about the players in the defense. So I think, and that's just for Clemson. If you magnify that around the whole entire country, from Miami, Georgia, Ohio State, LSU, go down the line, Oklahoma. How many players can be sitting out? You already see these players sit out bowl games in December because they want to get ready for the draft. You're damn sure they're going to sit out in February and March. I mean, it would be terrible if they did that.
I think a lot of the kids that redshirted and don't have that play time to get drafted, it's going to affect them a lot too.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of kids that, like for instance, at our linebacking position, we had 2 linebackers that started 4 years straight. So the next guy up, if he were to have to go into the draft right now, it would be horrible for him.
Hey, Man Kane got a great question. Do y'all guys think that guys classified in 2020 class should reclassify? I mean, should 2020 class should reclassify to 2021 class?
That's a great question, because if they do a conference only schedule, which is what I think is going to happen, because we already seen the Big Ten do that.
Yeah.
If they play 9 games, then it's going to be hard to reclassify them. But if they cancel the season, they'll reclassify. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Notre Dame?
Oh, boy, you about to get me real heated now. Hey. The ACC is the only conference that's allowed Notre Dame to bend them over and stick it right in their ass, man. Now, look, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm selfish, man, because Clemson's scheduled to play Notre Dame this year. I got tickets to the game in South Bend. I already bought my tickets. So I want to see that game happen. But that was before all this shit went down with the coronavirus. If I was the ACC commissioner right now, I'd say, you're not playing this year. You're not in the conference. We're only doing conference games. And say, if you want to play Clemson or anybody else in the ACC this year, then you have to commit to football full-time in this conference. But they won't do that, though. That's the problem.
So fuck them. Let them lose.
But they won't
lose this money because they're gonna lose money. We not going. The ACC's not gonna lose $1 if we don't let them.
They won't. But I'm telling you right now, the ACC is gonna let them play a 9-game schedule this year with the ACC. I promise.
I would not fucking do it. I swear they better not do it. If they do, if they fucking do it, if they're doing it, I'm getting every ACC blogger. We're gonna have a fucking mutiny. I'm getting every ACC blogger and believe just believe this shit or not. YouTube has a big following. I'm telling you, when I put Blake James' number on Facebook and people knew who I was, they called me. University of Miami said, Alonzo, would you please take his number? He's getting phone calls at home. I'm telling you, when that shit went down with Mark Richt, and I put it out there. Listen, if they allow them, every ACC blogger, we're going on every channel, and we are going to talk. If you want to disrespect Notre Dame in the ACC, that's going to be your time to do it, because I'm going in if them bitches get a chance to play without committing.
See, everybody feels the same way that you feel. I feel the same way. Even people outside of the ACC, you see SEC fans saying the same shit, but the difference is none of us are calling the shots.
But you can make a fuss.
My next thing too is the rivalry week. Like, you got Florida State versus Florida. You know, they're a different conference. Where do you go canceling games like that? Plus, they're right down the block from each other.
They're gonna be canceled. It's just gonna be canceled.
See, we don't know yet. Like, the ACC hasn't really announced what they're doing yet. They're supposed to do it in the next week or two. But you know, Clemson and South Carolina have played each other 112 years straight. It's the third longest running rivalry without an interruption in all of the country. And there's a lot of Clemson fans out there, including myself, that want to see that game played no matter what. But if I had to choose this year between playing Clemson or Notre Dame, South Carolina or Notre Dame, I would choose Notre Dame, because I think Notre Dame's a better team than South Carolina. And plus I want to go to the game, so I'm a little bit selfish in that regard. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that, man. That's just part of the most. There's so many questions to be answered about the way they're going to do things. Nobody's got answers to it yet. And we're about to start this thing in 6 weeks, you know?
And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's gonna start, because if people keep dying, I just can't see the season. To be honest with you, I don't think we're gonna have a season. That's my personal. I mean,
2 weeks ago, we was talking about regular schedule.
I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. Y'all can go back. I did not think. I'm telling you, this shit is bad.
I think we'll have a season. There's too much money. Yeah, they don't care about the health and safety of the players, bro. They care about that cheddar.
I know, but you got parents that will be like, you got parents like me that's gonna be like, man, my kid is not playing. You are not. I tell you, the worst thing that can happen. Worst thing that can happen is if they play and somebody dies.
Yeah.
You think about the NCAA lawsuits from every corner of the world. It would bankrupt the NCAA. One person died from the coronavirus.
There won't be a lawsuit if they make them kids sign a waiver.
You can't make the kids sign a waiver. You can't.
But they're adults. They're 18 years old.
You got to be 21 to sign a waiver. Plus, there's no.
I think that's pretty much what they're gonna do.
There's not one child. I'm telling you. First off, there's not one child in this world that's gonna sign a waiver. I guarantee you. Answer this question. I'm 44. If my job told me I had to sign a waiver in order to work at if I get the coronavirus there and die, that they don't have to pay my family and nothing like that, I gotta sign a waiver. I tell them, kiss my ass. Crazy as hell. What's wrong with you? There's not one kid that's gonna sign that waiver. Not one. First off, you got agents in these kids' ears too. They're gonna be like, hell no, don't sign a waiver.
Look, man, there's been 50 players. 50 in the past 2 weeks that play for Clemson have tested positive for the coronavirus. Yeah. Not a damn one of them even had a cough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they asymptomatic. So that don't mean you're gonna get sick.
And that's most people. Most people.
But what I'm saying, but all it takes is one. But see, thing about it is, most of those kids are healthy. When you talk about some of those offensive linemen that are not as healthy, or you know what I'm saying, it's not as it takes one. It takes one. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. The thing the thing I have a problem with, I don't think it's a fake, and I know it's dangerous and all that. I know there's people that say, "Oh, this is all a hoax." I'm not one of them people, but I think there's probably more damage done to the entire town, college town, and university if you don't have a football season than if you do, and you know, God forbid somebody dies. You know, I know that sounds insensitive, but you know, you're talking about entire towns, not just. I know the university's got money; they'll survive, but all the bars, all the restaurants, the people that tear your ticket stub, the people that sell you sodas, the people that work at the parking and the home games, the whole town of Clemson would be devastated if there was no.
You know what? You just gave me a great point. Then pay the fucking players.
Well, let's go.
Then pay the fucking players.
Well, next summer.
Then pay. No. I'm talking more than what they get next year. Then pay the players.
I know what you mean.
Pay the players because they bring just as much. They bring just as much as the NFL. Then pay the players.
Well, that's coming soon in some way, shape,
pay.
or form.
No, I mean pay them, give them their worth. Because if it's that much, I told somebody in Columbia, if University of South Carolina if their football team stopped playing, the tuition would double.
Yeah, same with Clemson.
The tuition would double.
Same with Clemson. Same with most of these college towns, and
most of them.
South Carolina's not even a college town. Columbia will survive on its own because it's a capital city. You know, it's a big city, but Clemson is just I mean, there's nothing. If it weren't for the university, Clemson wouldn't exist. I mean, it's a tiny little town. You know,
it is, but but just it's a lot of people. I know a lot of people that work at USC Stadium, man, that don't have jobs. Columbia is bigger, but it's not rich. Ain't no money. Ain't no real money here.
Yeah.
It's military.
Yep,
military. So a lot of the locals depend on that, just like they just depend on the fair to come around once a year.
Yep, fairgrounds right by that stadium too.
Yep, it's in a stadium.
It's too much money involved for them not to have a season. But like I said, when it comes to player safety, some like Reggie just said, it's gonna be players that this is their last season. They don't have a chance to redshirt or anything like that, or the competition next year might be too steep. There's going to be a lot of kids that actually sign that waiver. This might be their last chance at getting in.
You know what's funny?
The draft
somebody asked me. They said, "Would you sign a waiver just to go to a game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would." Now, I wouldn't sign a waiver to go watch them play Wake Forest, but I signed a waiver to go see them play
Miami versus Florida State. I'm signing that waiver. I'm going to that game.
I ain't signing a waiver. I'm wearing my mask. I'm listen. Everybody wear their mask, and I'm not signing a waiver. And everybody wear a mask. I mean, everybody should have to wear a mask, but I'm not signing a waiver. But there you go. You got T2. Everybody should have to wear. You got to fit over your beard. It's not fitting over your beard.
Let's go ahead. We can all.
I got to go get my mask. I got to go get my mask too, man.
I got about 1,000 of them, man.
that one don't fit though. That was you was looking like that dude that
go on right.
You was just looking like that dude that you was cracking on in that video.
Hey, if I was a Gamecock fan, I wouldn't wear no mask. I just put an entire fucking bag over my head.
Put a bag. You Gamecock. Just put a bag over your head, man. Just put a bag over your head. Man,
I'll be in the game just like this. Go Canes.
They're not already playing. Reggie, I don't know why Reggie likes to argue with me, man. I'm talking about the bag, Reggie. Reggie loves to argue with me about. I mean, I could say the sky is blue, and the sky is blue outside. At least in South Carolina, it's very blue out there right now. And Reggie would tell me the sky is not blue, man. It's turquoise.
Turquoise. The sky's not blue. It's just a reflection of the ocean.
Yeah, it's really a reflection of the turquoise. Man. It's not blue. Reggie argued with me on I'm talking about every situation that Reggie argued with me on, man. But I mean, that's what the show is about, man. I have fun with Reggie. Reggie, good people. I have fun with Reggie. But I'm happy to have Piss Camp. This is the first time we really did it. This is the first time we really did a show together. Only reason we could do it because T2I. We got to thank T2I for bridging the gap because my dumb ass didn't know how to put the link in the description.
No, man, I seen you went live and I was watching and I was listening to y'all talk about them rivalries, and so I had to hop on here. You
know? Speaking of that rivalry, last season Penn State played Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Yeah, see that fuck that ain't no rivalry. What was the score of that? 60-2, if they even got a safety.
Actually, it was 27-6.
Oh wow, they must have took their players out in the first quarter. Then Rutgers is the worst team in the Power 5.
Ranked number 10.
Yeah, and Rutgers was ranked number 131. You know, Rutgers is terrible. Yeah, Penn State, Miami. That would be a good.
We need to hashtag. We need to hashtag that. P, I need you to push that too, because that brings the ACC money too. We need to hashtag that, man. Miami doesn't have a rival, a true rival, and Penn State doesn't have a true rival. They need to make something work together. I need to call Julio Frank. Man, you know I love you, Reggie. I need to call Julio Frank, man, and talk to Capo. I call Julio Frank El Capo.
The other one I could think of is West Virginia. See, West Virginia used to have a huge rivalry with Pitt because they're only like less than an hour apart, like geographically. But they stopped doing that a few years ago when West Virginia joined the Big 12. They stopped playing Pitt every year in the rivalry game. So West Virginia might be open to play.
That's a good one too.
Miami too.
I like it. Actually, that's a good one. It's fun. It's fun going up there. When it's fun going up there.
First of all, West Virginia should be in the ACC. I don't know why the fuck they're in the Big 12. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, they played TCU this past season.
Oh, okay. So that's their new rival then. Yeah, I guess.
That probably would be if they play this season, because TCU didn't have one either. So
right, exactly. Yeah.
So, but the Penn State rivalry, man, I like Penn State and Pitt. I don't think they have a rivalry.
They don't no more.
They don't have a rivalry no more.
That would make sense because they're both in the same state, but they don't play.
Yeah, I mean, but Pitt. My thing is a rivalry week to me. Even it is like a team that has an opportunity to really, you know what I'm saying. Even though two teams that's almost on, even though Clemson and South Carolina aren't on national recruiting level. I mean national level. But I remember when South Carolina beat Clemson 5 years in a row, and I remember Clemson beat South Carolina 5. That's always been a nasty rivalry, and it's always been a fun rivalry. When I'm up there,
Clemson owns South Carolina a lifetime, but
but
I know what you're talking about.
It's always fun though. It's always fun. Like up here in Columbia, when Clemson come up here, oh my God, it's fun. Let
me tell you something, man. That's like the fucking Super Bowl in this state. You lived here.
Yeah. It's a fun rivalry, and I don't think that when you play a team that has no chance of, like, South Carolina at least got a snowball chance in hell. You have some teams that just don't have Rutgers don't have a snowball chance in hell of ever winning nothing. So to make them as a rivalry game, it's like, for what? Like, seriously. Pitt don't have a snowball chance in hell. Like,
it's just like this year when I was trying to push the Florida Miami game. But a lot of Florida fans be talking trash as if Florida's too good to play Miami.
Florida don't want none of Miami. They barely got us last year, and we were playing a freshman quarterback with the worst offensive coordinator in history of college football.
Yeah.
And so, Florida, man, fuck a Gator.
Man, the Florida fans, they all be talking about, we don't want to do that because we already played too many good teams because we're in the SEC, all that bullshit.
You're in the East. Would you like me to pull up the SEC East schedule again? Would y'all like me to pull up? When
you look at their schedule too, they non-conference game be against nobody.
Their conference game be against nobody.
They're not. They don't play out of the state non-conference. They only play in the state of Florida.
And they might as well play Miami every season.
I'm talking about the SEC East though. Like, you have Vanderbilt, South Carolina,
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Like, the fuck.
Yeah, Georgia's good. We know that. And
that's it. Georgia and Florida are the only two good teams in that conference. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, the SEC East is the ACC Coastal.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, serious. Like, for real. It's not. It's not a good conference. So, like, Florida, shut up.
I think they're getting. I mean, I think Tennessee's going to be getting better here. But you're still. Listen, Kentucky's always going to be Kentucky. Vanderbilt's always going to be Vanderbilt, right? South Carolina's always going to be South Carolina. They've been South Carolina for 100 years. They ain't going to change now. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just looking at even in with the ACC coast is never going to be good. North Carolina's gonna have good years. Virginia Tech's gonna have good years, but they're never gonna be a dumb. But to me, they have teams that can be better than that are in the SEC.
They could have a stretch there with some pretty good years. I think.
Yeah, Virginia Tech can get good. Carolina can get good.
Virginia Tech's been a massive disappointment. When they hired Justin Fuente, I thought they was going to be good, and they just haven't been.
Me too. Me too.
And Virginia, I mean, I think they're going to be pretty good. Obviously, North Carolina.
I think one player. There's one player from Virginia that I'll never forget, and I remember him running the hell over us one year. Wally Lundy, they running that back for us.
Yeah,
I seen that kid the other.
I remember he was running all through my.
we won the game, but man,
we couldn't stop that motherfucker. Who the hell did that kid Wally? It was Wally Lundy. I'm like, man, what? He was killing us. He was killing us.
I mean, you got a bunch of new coaches in the ACC, man. You got like five or six new coaches in the past 2 years. So it's hard for a conference to have half of their teams have a new coach and then all of a sudden be good. Like it takes a couple of years, you know?
Yeah. I think the ACC is looking up though as a conference. To be honest with you though, when they go to that, when they switch over from the NCAA's, what is it, the power whatever, when they do that power thing, and I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to be some tough teams coming to some conferences. And I said I would not be surprised if, and that it could be Clemson too. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 or 4 powerhouse teams out of ACC go to the SEC or vice versa. But it's going to be a shakeup. I want to see how this thing plays out.
I've always defended Clemson being in the ACC. I'm getting sick of the ACC, not because of the play on the field. I'm getting sick of the way it's run. So
it's ran horribly.
It's ran horribly. Exactly. They run it like a basketball conference. They don't give a shit about football.
Yep, that's how they run it.
And so if they said, "Hey, Clemson, you can go to the SEC," and Clemson agreed to it, I'd be all for it at this point. I'm just done with the ACC.
I would be for Miami going. I said it earlier. Didn't we on T2I? Yep. It'd be for Miami and Florida State going over there too, joining the East.
Think about how much more exciting the season would be if that happened.
I seen a diagram where they realigned all the conference. I'm gonna throw it on the community because it's on my phone. But I seen a diagram where they reconstruct everything. Where we have Georgia Tech, and all those other teams. All the teams in Florida was aligned with us. So we would have Georgia, Florida State, UCF, and all those in one conference.
And to me, and I've said it 1,000 times, Clemson is Florida North. And the reason why I say that, because they go to Florida and always have gone to Florida and getting ass of players.
They do, especially they have Sweeney.
Even before him, they've always been able to go to Florida and get players.
Yeah,
they've always been able to go to Florida and get players, man. For some reason, I'm not gonna be able to see it. I can't see that, man. You can't see that.
I just posted in the community.
Yeah, you got it.
But the diagram was done by Pat Floyd.
I don't know him. I don't think I know him.
Yeah, he's one of those guys from ESPN. But they basically realigned all the conferences.
Yeah, I would love to see. Just be honest with you, the ACC could do. I'm with Piskin on. The ACC could do better, man. Like for real, man. Yep. They could do better, man. Like you said, it's like they don't give a shit. I mean, the SEC really don't give a shit neither because they only got one side that care, but they actually promote football. The ACC don't give a shit. They act like they don't. And then what's up with this bullshit of allowing the SEC to dictate these damn all these damn these, what do they call them, neutral site games that's actually in SEC country?
Oh yeah.
Like we had to play LSU in Texas last year, whatever. Who did we play last year in Texas? Well, we played, and then we played Florida in Orlando last year, which was a walk for University of Florida, and a drive. Now we got to play Alabama in Atlanta, which is a car ride for Atlanta and a plane ride for Alabama, and then plane ride for Miami. A plane ride, like that's bullshit. How is that a neutral site game?
Alabama's the king of neutral site games.
Yeah, and they're always in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and every other team got to fly all the way from. That's bullshit.
That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed with Florida too. When we play them neutral sites, sometimes it'd be in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It'd be
how? It's not a neutral site game. A neutral site means halfway.
Or it be in Tampa. Like, come on, that's a home game for y'all. Y'all stay right on the block.
Yeah, half and half. Like the SEC gets away with this shit, and I don't understand why other teams even sign up for it.
I don't like neutral site games to begin with. I think the game should be played on campus unless it's a bowl game or a playoff game. But that's
it's bad for season ticket holders.
Oh,
because I'm a season ticket holder, and I don't get to like.
But the reason they do it is for money because the kickoff game in Atlanta, they pay each school, they pay whoever it's Alabama and Clemson. Let's say they pay each school like $15 million or something. So it's all about the money.
So why don't the season ticket holders get first dibs on get those seats then?
Well, they should. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, for both teams. If it's a neutral site game and it's neutral, then all season ticket holders should get their seat. And then because season ticket holders they only make up like 35-40% of the ticket sales.
Right. Yeah.
So then the rest of the sales should go to everybody else. Season ticket holders, if you're going to do that, then season ticket holders should get their fucking seats.
They should, but then whoever's hosting the event, like in this case, Atlanta, they want to get that ticket money. They want to charge you whatever $200 a ticket or $500 a ticket or whatever the fuck it is. Listen, you know how much I paid for Notre Dame tickets this year in South Bend? For me, just for me and my wife, we're sitting behind the goalpost. It ain't like we're sitting on the 50-yard line. $450 a piece for the tickets. So $900, and that doesn't include airfare and food and drinks, and Ubers. By the time it's all said and done, we'll be a couple $1,000s out on that. That's one game.
Don't lose.
Oh shit.
Oh God. I'm telling you.
Your wife gonna beat your mother. She is going to kick your ass if y'all.
That Clemson Miami game in the ACC championship, I was going to book tickets, book flights, and everything, man. Thank God I did.
Hey, we lose that game. We lose that game. I'm flying home by myself.
Yeah. Hey, I clear a room out for you for a couple of days because your wife gonna beat your ass. You gonna convince me to spend our money to go over here. I
tell you, I was looking at prices and everything. I'm like, oh, Miami finna go out there and get this win. We gonna be this, that. Man, I end up not getting the time to do it, and boy, am I glad I didn't.
That's scary, man. Oh my God. That's why I didn't. Now see, I'm gonna go to the game in Atlanta, but I'm tailgating in Liberty City, boy. We're gonna have something set up. You know what I'm saying? Like I did Duffy's. The Duffy shit was off the chain. So we're gonna do something like we did at Duffy's. So Atlanta's a 4-hour drive. I'm getting my room and everything, and I'm just going to watch the game. We're gonna rent out a venue and we're gonna watch the game. I'm not giving them motherfuckers all my money. Crazy hell. I'm not giving them all my money. Not when I'm a season ticket holder. And even if you get a press pass, you have to be a big time press member to get on the sideline.
See, I'm not turning down no chance to go to Notre Dame, man, because that stadium would probably be about at least 50% orange, if not more. I guarantee it.
Not in South Bend.
Shit, you see when Georgia went there a couple years ago, it was like 80% red.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Where all the Catholic people go?
Hey, them Notre Dame fans be pissed about this too, man. Every time a big school comes to play them season ticket holders, they sell their tickets to the opposing fans. Hell, I bought tickets from a season ticket holder.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I couldn't. I sold my ticket, my Florida State tickets to one year because one year I was like, you know what, man? Because I think I paid like for my tickets that year. My ticket was like $700 for my season tickets, and I was on the visitor side. I was on the visitor side on the row section 120, row like 11. So I was right there on the 40-yard line. And I had a whole bunch of Hurricane fans, trying to get those tickets from me. I put them on Facebook, and it was 4 tickets. And then everybody was trying to get my tickets. Everybody's like, man, I give you $200 a piece for them. I was like, nah, that's a little too. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ended up selling each one of them tickets for like $500-$600 a piece.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody made a big chunk of change.
Hurricane fans were cursing me out. Man, you don't pay my bills. What's wrong with you, man? You don't pay my bills. This shit go to the highest bidder. This shit goes to the highest bidder.
Game, it's like $200. Now, if I end up not getting a goal and somebody need that ticket, I can already see myself getting at least $500-$600 Ford.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a nice ticket. It's right there in the 40-yard line too. And I
I'm on a
mean,
50 now. I'm on a 50 that third level. I can actually see better from there in Hard Rock than I
a
could.
lot of fans don't realize too. If you buy these tickets early, you get them for dirt cheap.
Just get the season ticket. You damn near spend the same amount for that one ticket that you would have spent for season tickets.
That's what I'm saying though. With the Corona thing going on, it's like
they will give you. They reimburse. They reimburse your money. They reimburse all your money. I already told you that. If there's no season, they reimburse. If I don't get my 6 games at Miami, whatever game I don't get at Miami, they reimburse my money.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Or they'll put it towards your next year's, and it's a payment plan. Like I'm not. That's why they reimburse your money.
See, normally when I buy it, I just outright buy it.
I put them crazy. I ain't outright by my house. Shit. If you're gonna tell me you got to give me $400 up front, or you can give me $50 a month, I'm gonna give you $50. I'm gonna give you $50 a month. take that $50 a month. I'm not even gonna pay attention to that shit. You can do that. That's what they do. So that's why I do my season tickets that way. Every year they renew. The only thing they don't renew is your parking pass, and I missed that 3 years in a row.
Hey, how much does that cost? The parking pass?
Parking pass is like an extra $150 somewhere around there
for the whole season.
I missed out on it.
That's not bad.
And I missed out on it too. I missed out on it when they started putting that tennis court up in Hard Rock. When they put that tennis court up in Hard Rock, that's when I missed out on getting my parking pass. I hadn't gotten any since, but I don't really need none.
What the fuck do they need a tennis court for at Hard Rock?
Oh no, that should be packed. Like they do, like the
Have you seen the Hard Rock lately?
They do big tennis.
Oh yeah. My sister is a huge Miami Dolphins fan. She goes to games all the time.
Yeah, they do like.
And that thing is a drive-through right now.
I love the Rock.
I've never been there before, but I think the stadium's cool and everything.
I love it.
The Hard Rock right now looks like a drive-through theater.
It's beautiful. But you know what though? I said the best event, one of the best events the 3 best things I've seen. Miami's number, the smoke to me is like amazing, especially when we play Notre Dame, and like when them guys come through that smoke, it's crazy. I love it.
Hey, does it make a difference with that covering they put over it, like as far as being in the shade?
Oh hell yeah! They got those big fans too. It's some big ass fans at the man. Shoot, I'll be.
Cool. Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. It's not. Oh my god,
damn, that sounds real nice.
And it's louder. It's louder. It's loud as hell. And that covering is crazy. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I'll be sweating like a pig in Death Valley, bro. There ain't no fans, no awning, no nothing.
and you can't bring no umbrella in stadiums. So you know that.
Hell no.
But my best experiences at games were, like I said, I love the smoke. The War Eagle, when that damn thing goes around that stadium at Auburn, and that damn eagle, it's damn near close. They tell you don't put your hands up because it's damn near close enough for you to touch it.
Yeah, because it's all fun and games till somebody gets their eye gouged out by that damn eagle.
Yeah, but it's just it goes through every level. It is so amazing to watch that shit come over your head, man. It's crazy. It's kind of scary, but it's crazy. But it was a great experience. And going to Death Valley, when I went to Clemson, I went to a game at Clemson and watching them run down that fucking hill. And I was right there, bro. That you watching the coaches trying their best not to trip and fall.
Yeah,
but it's just intense, and everybody cheering them on. That's a great tradition. And I mean, you be watching some of the coaches, and you know all the coaches aren't athletic.
Oh yeah, you see some of them. They ain't running down the hill. They stumbling.
They stumbling, but it's crazy. But I just hope a player never gets hurt doing it. But that's a good tradition.
Yeah.
It's a good tradition. I enjoyed that. So those were some things going to different stadiums that you see that you like. Yeah, I like. Now Miami bringing that damn cannon back. I wish they get rid of that damn cannon because I got PTSD. I lived in the hood. Every time I hear that, I hate that.
Like that.
I hate that fucking cannon. I hate that cannon, man. And the first year I was close to the cannon, man. Get me the fuck away from this cannon, man. I wish they get rid of that cannon, man.
Hey, you been to South Carolina Stadium before?
Yeah, I've been to USC Stadium.
Hey, man, they play that damn chicken call every 5 seconds. I can't stand that shit.
It's annoying. It's like
you living on a farm or something.
Yeah, I don't know what. There is no tradition that at what's the name of that stadium?
Williams-Brice.
Williams-Brice Stadium. There's no tradition. There's really no tradition at Williams.
The only tradition they got is jumping up and down to that stupid ass techno song, swinging them flags around, or the towels around. That's a boring stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's nothing good about it. Like, I'm about to get off though because I got to come back on at 8:30.
Yeah, I gotta bounce too. But hey, guys, it was fun, man.
Pigskin Pete, we gotta schedule something, man, so we can do ACC show. We gotta schedule something, man.
Yeah.
Love you, little bro. Glad to see your show jumping, man. And hey, everybody in the chat, man. If you haven't been on Pigskin Pete channel, go. If you want to get cursed out and talk shit too, go over there, subscribe to the channel because he be about the shit too. So y'all go over there and subscribe to Pigskin Pete. All right, you're ACC family, man. Love you, bro. You be good, man.
Yeah, you too. Hurricane T2Y. See you later, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah, we about to get off in a second, man. I got to come back on at 8:30. I don't know what you're doing tonight. If you want to come on tonight, let me know. You come on, me and Derek. We got a guest coming in tonight, and then if you want to ask him a couple questions, you know what I'm saying? You come in and ask a couple questions, and thank you so much for helping me with that. How to get the StreamYard in the chat because, like I told you, I was dumb as hell with that.
Hey, man. If you got any questions or anything, man, just ask. I'll help out.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I want? I want some of the little gadgets you got in the background.
Yeah, I got you. I'll tell you how to do all that stuff.
And whatever you did, like I said, whatever you did at fixture, I don't know if you re-edited something, but whatever you did when you came back on, it refixed that. So now you don't have to worry about when you go on somebody else's channel is not looking right because whatever you did, it fixed that.
I mean, that background every time I get on, if the lighting ain't right, I gotta adjust it.
That background is fire. That background is fire. I like that background. Yeah, just if you want to come on tonight, come on. If not, let me know you're doing your next show. And
me and CJ will be on Thursday. Okay. So you can definitely come on. And I think on Friday, well, Turn Tally show didn't turn out good last night. So
what time did he come on last night? What time did he come on last night?
We was on at 7, but we were on for about maybe 30 minutes because he had a whole bunch of technical difficulties.
Yeah, because I came on at 10:30 because I didn't want to interrupt y'all. So I came on real late last night.
Yeah, we didn't quite have a show because I don't know, his computer was screaming, everything was echoing.
One of them kangaroos kicked the door in.
I don't know what it was for like a good 10 minutes. It was like,
don't he live in Australia?
Yeah.
Kangaroo done chewed their cable. Kangaroo.
Just like I told Uncle Lou. Cause Uncle Lou said he had some internet problems for the past 3 days. So you got this guy on there named Camel Toe that he been trolling with. So Camel Toe, I guess one of his stream, a roach ran across the screen or something. So he been getting on him about that little roach or whatever. So then
a roach ran across what? Whose stream?
This dude named Camel Toe.
A roach ran across his screen. You know them shit leave eggs and shit.
So then when Lou said he fixed his he had somebody come out and fix his internet and said something was chewing on it. So I was like, it's probably that dude roaches they don't send over there to come chew up your internet.
Oh my God, yeah, yo, I get mad when I have flies come in front of my camera. Oh my God, roaches. How do people still have roaches? We gotta be real nasty today to have roaches, man.
That thing ran across the screen, man. I was like, oh man.
I would never do another video again if I'm fucking now we do get these big ass palmetto bugs here. And when it rains, them cockroaches, when it rains, them bitches, they come in your house. Them they big ass. So I put that little stuff with, like during the summertime, I put that stuff around my porch and stuff so they don't come in. But you got to be careful because you don't want your dogs to get. I got dogs, you don't want them to get on. Yeah. But listen here, man. If one of them little bitty roaches, the little bitty small roaches ever come across my screen, I'm telling y'all, I'm never doing another video again. I'm not doing no more videos again. Ever. I'm done. All social media accounts gone. everything, because I am going to get destroyed. It's somebody up there waiting on that to happen to me. And I'm either gonna go to jail or something. So I'm this Facebook, Twitter, IG, YouTube, everything gone. I'm going into the dark age. I'm just watching Netflix. That's all.
Oh man, I'm telling you, somebody should have told them, man. Hey, tell your roaches don't be acting up when you're on live.
At least make them motherfuckers pay rent. Oh my god, they don't even have roaches in the projects no more.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh Lord, let me get out of here, man. Hey man, I love you, man. You be easy, little bro. And I can say, if you got a chance to come on night, let me know. And just jump in the chat.
All right, no problem, man.
All right. Hey everybody, man. Go check T2Y out. Go subscribe, check them out, follow them.
All right, bro.
All right.
Oh. What you?
Yeah, big ass damn hands. Hey man, I appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in the chat, man. We'll be on tonight at 8:30 though. Me and Derek got a special guest. I posted it in the community section. So I appreciate. I wasn't expecting to be on this damn long. Goodness gracious, I was just expecting to come on and talk a little bit about Kinchens, and it went everywhere. But have fun, man. Love you guys, man. Come into the chat tonight. I'm out.